Let's go. Pull up on the scene, yeah, you know what it is. Exposing all these fakes, they be playing with the biz. Lighting up the blunt while I'm calling out the grift. Talk slick that, now you caught up in the rift. Ain't no seance, no summon, no ghosts, but I'll haunt these frauds when they doing the most. Gummies in my system, yeah, I'm vibing real chill. Till they cross the line, then I'm going for the kill. Chosen don't play, yeah, you best step back. Call out the cat, put the truth on the map. Roll up the blunt, let the real ones relax. But cross that line, ain't no coming back. Chosen don't play, we don't mess with that fake. The 100, we ain't here for no snakes. Light one up, let the smoke elevate. But test my vibe, watch the whole earth shake. Talking real loud, but they
Good morning, guys.
Trying to raise the dead, now we put them in the ground. Channel stay lit, yeah, the truth going viral. Step into the smoke, now they stuck in survival. Name in their mouth, but they scared to address me. Chosen keep it raw, never switching up the message. Chill when I'm cool, but don't push me too far. Flip the whole scene like I'm breaking the bar. I don't do the gimmicks, I don't do the lies. If you want a fake tip, better recognize. Blood stay rolled and the vibe stay high. But mess with the squad, watch the real one rise. Johnson don't play, yeah, you best step back. Call out the cat, put the truth on the map. Roll up the blunt, let the real ones relax. But cross that line, ain't no coming back. Johnson don't play, we don't mess with that fake. Keep it 100, we ain't here for no snakes. Light one up, let the smoke elevate. But test my vibe, watch the whole earth shake. Yeah, we don't breathe the damn ground here, but we very alive. Jonesing. Ow.
Did you miss me? Maybe it's time I remind you of who I am.
Got a monster inside of me, you better watch out if your enemy's a road ahead of full prophecy. To be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me. And he gets claws real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling the sword. Never getting bored, loves the blood and gore. Always wanting more data from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the force departed. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness. Torn apart quick, you left scars ripped. You'll be chewed up and discarded. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate. He's back, better than ever. I can feel my heart rate, adrenaline pressure. It's stormy weather, lightning, thunder, pouring weather. Yo, I'm a go-getter, try to do it like me, but I do it better. I got a mind that's clever, the beast inside is competitive as ever. I'm conscious, my subconscious, an accomplice to me. I promise the darkness, I can honest believe. But don't cross me, I might lose control of the lost beast. So, he's locked away inside with the key control by fight or flight. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate.
Whoa.
Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate.
Hey, one more. Good morning. Good morning. I'm so glad to see you guys in here. Let me take a second real quick. Haley Ryan sent a super chat. Happy Wacky Wednesday. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. And Pink Dagger became a member. Thank you for your support, love. Let me play y'all something. Let's see. Hold on.
Oh, bitch. You're trying my toe tapping all over my motherfucking integrity today, bitch.
Oh, we sure are. I want to start this live. I'm not going to be watching the comments as much. The mods, if they time you out, it's because you're getting reckless with your fingertips. I want to start this out by addressing something from yesterday's live. I did a Bully the Bully live on Cluminati. I don't regret the live. I stand on most of everything I said, but I did go do some research when I got done with my live. And I stand, let me think of the best way. I do not want Clue's situation with her daughter and her ex brought up in my chat. See, I could have put it on subscribers only mode yesterday, but I chose not to because I really don't want, because it does help filter out the bad comments. But I chose not to because I also don't want those people typing those type of comments subbing up. So I didn't want to do that. I don't want that discussed in my chat, much like I don't want Brittany J and her DV past and all that discussed in my chat. I will say that I'm going to say the same thing I said yesterday. Brittany J, that clip Clue played of Brittany J and the people on her panel, and Brittany saying, well, that Chris Proudfoot isn't the first man you've protected, right? That was a fucked up comment. I still stand by that. But also on the flip side of it, after doing the research I did last night, I do feel like Clue's story lines up. So I don't think anybody should be using anybody else's trauma against each other. And Brittany J's not the only one that did it. That's the number one thing. That stuff didn't come out of Brittany J's mouth until after Clue insinuated Craig was doing something irresponsible and fucked up with a child. So I will say that, and I understand the anger, right? So I understand the popping off at the mouth and all that. But we need to remember that that's still trauma for each person. Like Brittany has her own trauma she's went through. Clue's had her trauma she's went through. And it's not right to use against either one of them. I do personally feel like Clue's story matches up, at least for now, with the research I've been able to do for now. Where she gives the timeline of how everything happened. I do feel like that's true. At least according to court record dates. But I can see why other people would be upset and take it. They could take that information, read it, see it, and feel like, oh, you was still supporting them. You stayed married to them. You was still supporting them. Regardless, we don't know that to be factual, so let's just keep that out. I wanted to go over first what I want to start. We're going to go over Granny's history lesson from yesterday. But first, I want to approach this situation with Cluminati about her racism and everything. I know people feel like, oh my God, Jonesy won't shut the fuck up about the racism. But I want to play these really quick to just, I don't know, I guess help them understand more my point of view and where I'm coming from and where people like Chasen are coming from. So this is where Nunya joined Queen Bee's panel to talk to Clue. We're going to listen to this for a minute. If you're here for the granny stuff, you got probably 20, 30 minutes before we get there.
I didn't have to at all. And I appreciate you calling that out. So
yeah, and I don't fuck with that at all. And I think it's wrong to do. I think when you go for kids in any capacity, like you you lost the bottom at that point. That's my opinion. So I did see the part where you talked about the website, and we can talk about the video a little bit later on. But my question is I keep hearing people say that Clue has apologized for the things that she said. And the only things that I've ever heard Clue directly herself say is, I said what I said, fuck off if you don't like it. Like, don't be a snowflake, right? So I would like to speak to Clue and ask her, like, what was her thought process behind the things that she put in JB Gunner's chat that day? And if she doesn't agree with those things she did then, or does she still stand by them? Like, I'd like to have a better understanding, because I know the things she said were racist in my opinion, just my opinion, but I want to have a better understanding of that. And I think we hear from everybody else speaking for Clue, and I'd like to hear from Clue directly.
Yes. Okay. So this is Nunya given. Okay. Queen Bee gave the opportunity for a community discussion. Nunya took that opportunity. She goes up there, and because when Toasty did her shit, she did it with everybody speaking for Clue. They kind of skirted the issue. So I'm glad Nunya went up there and had this conversation.
Come on. Okay. So you want to know what now? Because you keep saying that you want an explanation. Yet I've already given one.
I don't want an explanation. I'd like to hear from you.
My thought process from 2 years ago?
Well, I don't think it was 2 years ago. I think it was a little bit over a year. I think it was like last July maybe, or last April maybe. So yeah,
well,
a year ago.
There's a video on my YouTube that I did after this occurred.
So if anybody's showing their ass in my chat, then that means they don't respect me as a creator, and they don't respect you as fellow subs. Put them out.
Watch it.
I have. And in that video, you said, I said what I said, and if you don't like it, get the fuck out.
Right.
I have never heard you say, okay, so
it's not on me. So listen, I'm just going to explain this to you, okay?
Okay.
Because I'm a grown up. If I watch something or
you're a grown up, but you couldn't explain anything on Toasty's panel. Okay.
Listen to something and I interpret it a certain way, it is what it is. Nothing the person says after that is going to change my opinion. Does that make sense?
Okay, so if what you feel like what you were saying, which specifically, to be specific, the comment, there was multiple, but I'll specifically say the comment about sending people back to Africa, right? That specific comment, okay, that was made in JB Gunner's chat. You were responding to somebody else, and you said, let's send them all back to Africa, right?
Like, I didn't say that. Show me the comment. Show me the comment that said that.
Give me one second.
Hold on.
It was actually somebody else that said that they should start a GoFundMe. I just want to correct this. Somebody else, I can't remember the screen name, said that they should start a GoFundMe, and Clue was like, yeah, they say they don't like being here, so let's send them back. She might have mentioned the GoFundMe in her comment too, but it was a response to somebody else.
Put it on screen. That's fine.
Okay. What I hear a lot of occurring is people like dumbass BJ over there, who again, comprehension is probably the weakest part of this person.
Manipulation is the weakest part of you, boo.
I keep hearing these statements like, I said I didn't want to live around black people. Show me that comment. Oh, wait, it doesn't exist. I call black people monkeys. Show me that comment. Oh, wait, it doesn't.
The whole live stream was about black people and their quote unquote ignorance. That is exactly what JB Gunner was talking about. That is exactly what all of her comments are responding to. We've showed you, and she keeps telling Nunya, show me. We've showed you. It's not our problem if you don't want to come over here or go over to Chasen or Brittany J or anybody, because you skip over that part when you review Brittany J and she shows anything. It's not our problem that you don't want to face what you fucking did.
Doesn't exist. So again,
it is. Deep.
I'm not going to sit here and have a lengthy conversation trying to get you.
It ain't gonna last long, Chasen. I'm just going over a few clips when I was getting timestamps, which I did get timestamps for Granny's stream yesterday, and it kept deleting my timestamps and would start the stream all the way over. So we're just gonna roll through it in just a minute, but something crossed my mind.
You to see things the way you want to see them.
Okay,
if you read it,
something. So sorry, was somebody else talking? Sorry.
Yeah, actually, this is not what I came up here to talk about, but it's something that I'm very familiar with. That, also like Alabama, Mama, I don't talk to her every day. Never talk to her twice. I've watched her since the inception.
Is she calling out for anybody else?
Hold on, she's got feedback. Yeah, Gray.
for whatever it was.
But did
Well,
you kick him out?
It might be
So Clue and
on
again,
the Discord. Is that okay? Oh, hold on.
yeah,
You
yeah, I
want
sent it on
which one?
Discord. Yeah. So
Hold on.
Clue, just so you know, like it's not for me. That's the reason why I'm asking, is because if it's been misinterpreted, like for example, the oven comment, right? People took that like she wants to make jokes about a baby dying in an oven. No.
And we cleared that up. And that leads us to this next part, but I'm going to let this play for a few minutes. Y'all remember, none you're bringing up the oven comment.
No, I believe you genuinely wanted to know, like preheating it would mean premeditation. And that means something different when we're talking about the intentions of somebody committing that crime, right? Hold on one second, sorry. So like I understood how like that was misinterpreted. For me, I'm asking with these comments, what was your, like, what were you trying to say to see if there is a different interpretation? If it's not a different interpretation and you said what you said, like for me, I respect the fuck out of that. Like I don't agree with it, but I can understand it and I can respect that. So that's what I'm trying. If you're not willing to have that conversation, you feel like, listen,
and Nunya has always stood on that. Even in the background, when we have these conversations, I think we all agreed, like, bro, just own up to it. Say you meant what you said and you don't regret it. And that is how you felt. And hell, at least we can respect the fuck out of you for standing on who you are. The problem is you showed who you are, but you failed to address it every time.
You're old and fuck all that. I'm not trying to have that conversation. That's okay too with me. Like I'm okay either way. I just was trying to have a conversation about it.
She don't want to.
Is that any better? Do I still feedback? Because I can break this down real quick.
I think you sound well, Greg.
Okay, thanks, Tim. At the time this all happened, Clue was blowing up, let's just say. She was gaining momentum, a lot of followers, a lot of people were watching her, and in my opinion, a lot of people were jealous and saw that.
So, Gray, I don't even know who that is, says it's jealousy, the reason people called this out. No, I have done a whole complete fucking timeline several times that shows how we ended up here. You know how we ended up here? We ended up here and looking into what Clue's done on JB's channel because Clue allowed him on her panel with Savage Live Media where he dropped the N-bomb and Savage left. So then it was like, then he made two short videos calling Clue out about why the fuck you acting different now. You know who I am. You've been around me. So then when he said that, I was like, what? So I went searching JB Gunner's channel, and sure enough, there she fucking was. It ain't got fuck all to do with jealousy. It's got everything to do with she set her own fucking self up.
Those comments that
by being one person with one person and pretending to be another person with a group.
really were not horrible as an opportunity to get rid of her. It didn't work. They failed miserably. And the only two creators, and I'm sorry to anyone else, but the only two creators who were confident enough to stand up and say, I don't agree with what she said. I don't like what she said at all. But it is what it is. I'm not going to, cancel her or hate on her. We're Queen and Granny. That's it. So all of this racist, all this
I agree with that
nonsense. Nobody wants to say it. They were trying to cancel her because she was beating everybody. It didn't.
Nah. She needs to be canceled. Any person with those ideologies need to be gone.
Work.
Or at least need to be in another sector because you can't be a racist ass cunt and covering children. Victims.
Gotten bigger. So let fucking go.
I think one of the challenges right now is the fact that like she doesn't actually speak for herself. Everybody else talks for her intentions.
Like right now.
And I think that's the reason why, like, you can say all day. I could say like, I could say all day, every day what I see as a person, but that doesn't mean that that's what it is.
Oh, hell. She couldn't even hear none yet.
I was trying to turn on. She's turned on the TV where she can see the screen.
Okay. All right. I'll be quiet. Sorry.
I can't even see what I said. Am I still here?
Yeah, I was gonna say I just put this is the one you wanted up, right? Because it's the only one that was back there.
There it is. Paige, I mean, to be fair, they complain about okay, so she was responding to Paige. I knew it started with a P, but I was thinking Pinky or something. Anyways. Paige, I mean, to be fair, they complain about being brought here. Let's start a GoFundMe. They are black people that she is referring to. Under that, Paige comments, they flaunt for a month. 2 at most. They were talking about receiving their tax returns and how black people act when they receive their returns.
That was in the Discord or whatever, it was back there. So if there was another one, I didn't get it.
Yeah, no, this is a particular comment we were talking about earlier.
Okay.
So, well, I'll wait. I'll let her read it. Sorry.
So this
Yes,
comment here, this
Queen
would apply
Bella.
to anyone.
Oh,
If you don't want to be here,
God.
go. What's the problem with
Bitch.
that?
I will never understand Nunya's patience, because I could have never sat here and kept my mouth shut when she said that.
Okay, so the
I don't see
conversation.
anything racist in the statement.
Yeah,
Like, anyone else? Am I crazy?
I mean, like for instance, sometimes like Hassan Piker complains, "Oh, America's terrible," and this one
Leave.
thing, and Frogan's like, "Well, I don't care if soldiers get PTSD." Well, if you don't like America, you can
Shut
me
up,
here, is everybody silent?
BTM.
I think it's you, Greg.
Ray, I think you're having a hard time. I'm gonna drop you down.
All right, so we're just gonna, y'all heard her explanation there. Let's keep it on moving. So then Granny held a panel. Cheesy was up there, and Cheesy talked about it.
The other day when Nanya came up on Queen Bee's panel, I don't care for Nanya, but that's besides the point. But I respected her for coming up and talking to Clue, because I was like, finally, we can put this racist shit to bed. And honestly, when I first
Oh, but it's not put to bed, Cheesy.
saw it, because I was a big backer of Clue, and when Clue first started coming out, I was a big backer of Clue, and I enjoyed watching her. And I was in Discord telling people, hey, you should watch Clue. She's funny, blah, blah, blah. And
Same.
when that first came out, before I actually read into it the way it should be read into, I was like, oh, I was taken aback. I was like, ooh, that's really bad,
The way it should be read into.
But then all of a sudden, I think it was Stitching who explained the oven thing to me. I was like, oh, yeah, you got a point there. Yeah, right.
The oven comment was not the problem. They love to deflect back to that oven comment where she said, did the mom preheat the oven before she put the daughter in? That is, no, she was thinking premeditated murder. That is not the problem. I don't know why they take that one thing and make it about the rest of the comments. Fuck the oven comment.
And then I was like, oh, thank God, and she's not a racist. I realized that, I actually put my thinking cap on and I saw it for what it was. And so I was happy the other day when Nanya came up. I was like, finally, we can
Well, you need a refund on that thinking cap, Cheesy.
put this racist shit to bed about Clue. But then not even a few hours later, we've got Jones and putting it on her community post that she's a racist. And it's like, did you guys not hear the conversation? I mean,
oh, we heard the conversation, Cheesy. We heard the conversation.
they explained it all.
They explained it all. They didn't explain shit. She said she didn't see anything racist about that comment. It could have been towards anybody. And B. Tim came in with a something Hassan Piker comment. Fuck out of here.
As that stream was still going on. They spike up a live stream to go over all of that. You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah, because she was up there skirting the issue again.
These people act like they want things to change and everything's gone too far, but then they focus on these things and they don't.
I absolutely will always focus on a racist. Abso-fucking-lutely. If they're in this community and I'm here, I'm absolutely going to focus on it. So let's go on over here to the stream I was reviewing yesterday, where she talks about the conversation she had with the good Nunya. Hold on. I might be wrong. No. Yeah, let's go here.
Why would you assume that about somebody that you know nothing the fuck about? But do you?
Well, I find it funny to me because even that bitch that came up on Queen's panel that day swore the shit.
And think about it this way. Also, this is just a little nitpick, a little side dig, just a little bit of tidbit of information to ponder. But think about it this way. Y'all just heard how respectful Nunya was to her up on that panel. And she cannot even discuss the situation in a respectful way. She can't. That bitch over there, she's just a mean person.
That was typed in there said a certain thing.
And then
probably because she's
let me rewind it
on Queen's panel that day. I find it funny to me because even that bitch that came up on Queen's panel that day swore the shit that was typed in there said a certain thing.
And then
probably because she's listening to this dumb bitch. And I go back and look at the screenshot and I'm like, I don't understand why there's even talk of any people in this,
What she means is she doesn't understand what's racist about the screenshot. Okay. So let's go over here. Y'all remember that. We'll go back.
I've changed. Oh, Granny just
Mhm.
left.
This is Granny's panel with Nonsense and Chasen when Chasen went up to have a conversation.
Again, a lot of these people I've never engaged with, interacted with, anything. Have I changed? Absolutely, I have. Yep. I'm less tolerant of people's fucking blatant bullshit right to my face. Now, can we? That's here nor there. I just wanted to address that part. That's never been a thing with us. You came directly to me. It is one thing. With the Clue situation, I addressed right in the beginning too when that was released. I said, hell no, there's no point in this. This is disgusting. I don't stand with this type of behavior. But we're over a year.
You sure did, and you folded like a fucking cheap ass lawn chair, bitch. Why? Because she hates the same woman you do.
Released, I said, hell no, there's no point in this. This is disgusting. I don't stand with this type of behavior. But we're over a year afterwards.
Yeah.
My question, and something I have always openly asked and had the conversation about, because I'm a white woman, it's not my place to tell anybody how to feel, what to think, if they want to go back, any of that stuff. That is each person's independent choice. When Bert Post asked me to participate in that conversation with her, I was willing because I'm hoping to gain understanding, and same thing with you. At what point do we hope that people no longer use, okay, she was called out, it was addressed. I haven't seen or heard her say anything in that tone since then. So
that's all I needed to hear from that. I haven't seen or heard anything said in that tone since then. No, you might be right, Nonsense. She might not be out here saying, send them back to Africa. Let's start a GoFundMe. I don't want monkeys. She might not be out here using that tone, but what she says right here shows she stands on it and she's seen nothing fucking wrong with it. You are not this dense.
Certain thing.
And then
Even that bitch that came up on Queen's panel that day swore the shit that was typed in there said a certain thing.
And then
probably
puts the
because
receipt
she's
up on-
listening to this dumb bitch. And I go back and look at the screenshot and I'm like, I don't understand why there's even talk of any people.
She doesn't have a problem with what she said. That is doubling down. That's not taking accountability. That's refusing to go back and watch the live stream. Even if she's saying right here she doesn't understand why people were being talked about in the chat in the first place, go back to the goddamn live stream and review it, bitch. If you don't remember saying racist shit in a racist person's stream, that's not our problem. And you expect us to turn a blind eye just because Nonsense folded? No, bitch. It ain't happening. It is not going to happen. I will stay on your neck, ho.
In this, you know?
Right.
But go ahead. Keep trying.
We ain't got to keep trying. We're doing. I was sitting here this morning, I was thinking about this clip where she says she didn't see anything, any reason people were being talked about in that stream anyways. Well, then how about you go back and educate yourself and go read your comments in real time so you can know what the fuck was being talked about and what you contributed to. Stand on it, big dog. All right, so now we're going to go over to Granny's. That shit pisses me off. Like, y'all can keep turning a blind eye, but don't you dare fucking point your finger at us and say, why do y'all keep bringing it up? It's been a year. We haven't heard or seen anything like that from her since. No, all you've heard and seen from her since is standing on it. How fucking clueless are you? Got me fucked up. All right. Right, Nunya. Like, why does it matter to you? If you think that she's not a racist and she hasn't done anything wrong since then do you, boo. But don't sit here and keep calling any of us out for continuing to call her out. Mind your fucking business then. So they did a live stream. If I'm not mistaken, oh, this is the wrong one. Hold on. They did a live stream, and if I'm not mistaken, it was supposed to be about Tony Mathis and Nick at Night and all of them. And I do want to say, well, that, it's kind of weird because, Like, why would you not keep your moves to yourself? Because they went live and they started playing clips of Tony Mathis and the things he said. Let me put it this way. I don't agree with the injunction. I think the injunction was stupid. I think Brittany J was fucked up for signing on to it. But I also think Granny was stupid for entertaining it. She could have just stopped. I know she loves to say, well, they didn't just want me to stop. They wanted me to pay for their expenses. No, that was if you didn't stop and they continued to push it to the court system, then yes, they would want you to pay their shit back. But I also was wondering, like, why are y'all playing? Because the clips they were playing of Tony were very damning. Why are y'all playing them on a live stream? Keep that shit. You are turning the shit into content. If it was serious enough, you wouldn't be doing that. You'd be keeping those clips private. You'd be sending them to your fucking lawyer, and you'd be gearing up for this. Instead, it's like, ooh, we caught Tony saying this. We caught Tony saying that. Let's go live with it. Content. All right, let's go.
Oh, stop harassing us. You're inciting hate against us, and now we feel we're in the case as my attorney.
Oh, there was something else I wanted to show y'all real quick before we start on this. Or actually, I'll do it after. I'm trying to get to where, because it didn't take long into the conversation about Tony Mathis for Nonsense's obsessed ass to get up there and turn it into Brittany J. So, trying to get there. It derailed very fast because Nonsense came up with her history lesson on Brittany J. And the reason I say they explained the history kind of is because this is the history from one side. Cheered on by that side's subs. Hello? Y'all need to get a neutral party, and there's a bunch of them out there who have watched both of you hoes going at it, and give a real history lesson. Somebody that is not involved or didn't play a role in it.
Yes, Amelia, he can speak for himself. He doesn't need anyone.
They're still talking about
yes,
Tony
you're-
right there.
Psychology, because they keep diagnosing people. They keep saying people are obsessed.
And I will continue.
And psychopathic and psychotic and, with
yes,
when did they get their medical degrees? Can someone help me understand?
I'd love to know too.
That's my point, Deets. It's a narrative. Like, if you're gonna put the history out, put the fucking history out. Now, I won't be one to put the history out because I wasn't around back then. I didn't see the tit for tat and where it began and where it evolved to. I'm only in the evolved area of it, right? The evolved arena. But it's absolutely a narrative. Put it all out. But this was, I'm a victim, while simultaneously saying Brittany, all she wants to do is be a victim. How about y'all are both victims of each other? I know, crazy idea, right?
I got something. Oh, and you know how she's never, let's just play this little clip right here.
This
is from
shut the fuck
November
up.
29th, 2022.
Thought that it would be a good idea because Barb and I I hope you don't kill me for this, but Barb and I have been talking privately about our journey on YouTube and how we both.
Now, I need y'all to pay attention to this. Is only 2 minutes after, let's see, hold on. After the Tony Mathis talk. Not even 2 minutes. Well, maybe a minute and a half. And it's automatically switched over because they were using a Brittany J clip to show that Brittany J once supported Tony Mathis. Or once was against Tony Mathis and then started supporting Tony Mathis. And that's all it fucking took. Nonsense couldn't help herself. So here we are.
Have tried to step away from the drama, the toxicity, because it takes its toll on a person, right? I mean, it's awful. So I come up with a clever idea. I don't know. We might regret this later. I hope not. But that we should do a panel and actually discuss what we've been through as creators and some of the hurdles that we faced in our time on YouTube. And I think that it might be good for us as creators and you as subscribers and us as subscribers even to have that conversation because things I'm out of the loop on a lot, but there are some things that I've seen lately that are just blowing my mind. I can't believe how horrifically nasty some people have gotten across this platform. It's
well. Sounds very similar. Similar. I can't even talk. Similar to what
That was God, baby. I know you don't believe in him or you got some trauma for him, but that's what that was.
we're hearing today. But the upcoming part is what I really want people to tune into. Remember, November 29th, her and Granny, as she states in this very stream, were good during this.
Like, y'all know how Gavel Geeks has like a system. If I'm not mistaken, it was Gavel. It could be somebody else, but somebody's got a system of how they're able to keep track of the timeline and stuff of the Summer Wells case. That's what Nonsense does just with the Brittany J drama.
It's going to end badly.
In fact, she admits that Granny is the one who tells her to ice people out. Ignore it.
Oh, good, because I just found 2 things too that I'd play after when you're done.
Doesn't just walk away and stop.
When Granny and I start going, it's Clip Royale. It's like, ooh.
Clip Royale, you mean roulette.
Right?
I love it.
I'm going to put your link in here. Y'all subscribe to Brittany if you...
She loves it. She loves it.
Go. If you aren't already, here's her channel. If my mods could just keep dropping that. You know, we're not going to be talking about...
Over. When I created...
Oh, here.
The worst thing for you, or do you have one that was like, oh my gosh, that one really got me?
Well, my kids. So I always tell people if I could get a do-over, when I created my username, I would have never came on here with my name. Like, I'd be some off the wall crap that wasn't even close to Brittany J if I'd have known how bad this gets. And you would not ever know that I have kids either. I would have claimed they were my nephews or something.
Right.
Straight up.
Yeah, a database, like a spreadsheet.
So probably for me, the worst that I've experienced is
I want you to remember the claim she made. Her last and final straw, the reason for her joining the RICO and racketeering.
Yes, that's exactly what led Nonsense to covering Brittany J, is the way Brittany J was acting with the Sebastian Rogers case, which we were also calling out Brittany J for some of the things her panel was saying at that time. But it became because Brittany J was tired of Nonsense running her fucking mouth about everything she said or did. Brittany J started taking digs back. Said she looked like a man, all that. Now, Nonsense will have you believe that that's trans bashing. It's actually not trans bashing because guess what, Nonsense? You're not trans.
Injunction was because Granny supposedly doxed her ditch.
I kept being brought into it. Judging me as a parent when you can never judge somebody as a parent by what a 5-minute little increment that you hear in the background. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not there to see that person every day and how they live their life, you can't judge somebody's parenting. And then to try to threaten to call, CPS and stuff, that's probably the worst.
She was getting threats of CPS back in 2022 before most of us knew who she was, and she was good with Granny at this point. Shocking.
Doxing?
Yeah, but if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Granny being threatened with shit like that too?
My address has been pretty effed up.
Oh, hold up. But I thought that was your final straw, and the reason for the litigation was because Granny doxed your ditch.
Nobody doxed her back then either. Matter of fact, I made a post before litigation where I said to Brittany, you keep crying, you've never even been doxed. And she responded back, I got personal.
I mean, you did put a post out there that had her street name on it. So you didn't show her house in that post. You did. I don't even think you intentionally did that, but it did happen.
Things in my life happen, and please don't. She was never doxed back then.
Yeah, well, sure, it wasn't by you either, but that was her final straw and the reason for her need for this injunction, right? But let's just hear that again, and then you take over.
Somebody's parenting, and then to try to threaten to call.
She refuses to acknowledge that, but that's where it comes back to. It's victim, victim, victim. Y'all are not to see Brittany as a victim. Only me. Only Granny. No, y'all are both victims of each other. I can't stand that one-sided shit.
CPS and stuff. That's probably the worst. Doxing. My address has been pretty effed up. Making channels about me. I don't know. I can keep going. There's a lot.
Shocking.
Ditch dox.
This is also the stream where she admits to calling PayPal and reporting a PayPal pool from a creator. Now, I'm not taking up for this creator, just the principle of what she...
I'll tell you what a pattern is. Nonsense getting fixated on creators. That's a fucking pattern.
Claims she admits to her and a group of her friends calling and reporting a PayPal pool because it was a violation of their terms of service. But then 48
That's
hours...
my opinion, Nonsense, not Nunya's. Don't go blaming Nunya and Deets or anybody else for Jones's opinion, because none of you probably feels different than I do. My opinion is you get hyper focused on people, on creators specifically.
Years ago, she claimed she doesn't have any interest in harming anybody's finances. Isn't it ironic?
I know whose PayPal pool that probably was. And it was probably because that person was raising money for litigation.
She sure did. She showed where the accident happened. It had Brittany's street signs in the corner of it. And she showed the obituary. Granny, you know people ain't stupid, and you know they're gonna go fucking dig. That is, quote unquote, like Remy said, a veiled dox.
That never happened. Oh my God.
Isn't that shocking? That stream to me was just mind-blowing because the entire time they're talking positively about Granny and claiming the same things that she used against Granny in a declaration happened 2 years previous. It's just,
yep,
you're good. We can hold it down.
I think it speaks more for them that they only want to show you what they want to show you. They don't want to show you Granny's bad actions with Brittany. Only Brittany's bad actions.
Absolutely insane. I was listening to that, Lynn, and my mind was just blowing. Like, I was like, oh.
Just for you, that's a very good question. Where's the so I don't know if you know this nonsense, but that a lot of people in this chat and in this community followed that entire debacle. And one of the main hashtags and messages that came out of it was, where's the 20K? Where's the 20K? Where's the 20K? She raised more than 20K. And
she did.
And she kept saying all the same things that Brittany is saying. You know, this is going to be, people's channels are going to come down. Things are happening to me that I can't talk about. All that shit, all the same shit. It's like Brittany's copying and pasting out of that playbook. And still to this day, there's no evidence that the 20K has been used for any litigation. And she,
oh my God, Lynn, shut up. Who are you? We don't care.
Was able to get more money and channel of this other channel. And started, you know,
which they have since removed those videos, but we already had them downloaded, so we have those. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. Thank you. What the crock.
This shit just, it's a mind fuck because I didn't know who any of them were, nor do I know those stories. So seeing it all, I'm like, and hearing the different stories, there's people that fill in gap. I'm just like, what the shit?
Yep. And I just went through a few things I have to show. And thank you all so much. Why is this popping up? Hold on.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Jesnette. Thank you.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're trying to prove, I guess.
Crack and flow. The 5 Kings. Thank you. Here's an interesting one. So this is Brittany in my chat. This would have been 2022 or 23.
Here's my point. Here, I'll tell y'all what my point is in all of this before we even go through it, and then I'll back it up at the end. I understand a one-way history lesson was given on Brittany J. I typed it out so I wouldn't forget, because as I listen to these streams in the morning, I take notes because I'll forget what I was going to say. So judge me if you want. I agreed with most of Granny's live, and I do, because she showed the inconsistencies and the shit that Brittany J's done. BJ has a history on here, but what people keep forgetting is that so does Granny. As I agree with a lot said on Granny's panel, I need to remind everyone that a little of what was said about BJ, almost, I would say more than a little, I don't know why I said a little, almost all of what Granny pointed her finger at BJ for could be 100% pointed back at Granny. That's why I cover this. They love to make you think, oh, it's because those people over there support Brittany J. It isn't that. I don't support Brittany J. I'm not friends with Brittany J. That's and not because she's a bad person. It's just we just have never been that way. But y'all continue to spread this narrative, and you'll hear Granny say it a few times. Those people over there that are supporting her, it's not, they want you to think it's us supporting Brittany J, because they don't want you to know that it's us calling out the hypocrisy. Just because we call you out doesn't mean we agree with Brittany J. We're calling you out because you won't call yourself out, bitch, and you want to keep acting like shit didn't happen.
Right. You never,
like, for example, grifting. their lives being threatened, talking about others' kids and showing pictures behind the scenes. Yeah, you just got caught doing that in Moon's chat the other day. Well, like a month ago. Granny, that's why Angela's clips and giggles turned against you, because Jat went in there and fucking snitched you out. That's why Angela's clips and giggles ain't fucking with you no more, because Jat sent her the proof that you was showing her kids behind the scenes. Threatening litigation. Y'all both do it. Allowing others to fight their battles. They both do it. Won't shut up about each other. They both do it. Spread misinformation on true crime cases. Yeah, you both have done it. Use missing kids in a vendetta for each other. You both do it. And you both have at some time or another lied to validate what you were saying. So y'all are more alike than you are willing to admit, Granny. But everything you point out that Brittany J has done, you have done 90% of it too.
Everyday real life shit on me.
Oh,
looky there, guys. Looky there.
Oh,
love you too, Kraken. Thank you.
Isn't that interesting? And it's so funny. Right below that, Air Force vet says, it's amazing how they flip.
I know. Love it, huh? Oh my gosh, I recognize a lot of the names right in that screenshot right there. And then here, I'm going to play. So this is around the same time. You'll notice my avatar.
So they're showing a screenshot of Brittany telling Granny in her chat, you never did real life shit on me. That was before. And they're trying to use the screenshot from before Granny put out her street signs and the kid's obituary that led to Brittany J's location. They're trying to take screenshots from before and make it valid now. No.
All right. So I'm not quite sure if
I'm gonna clock y'all's asses.
These are 22 or 23. I'm guessing they're 23, but I'm not 100% sure. But I came across, somebody sent me this. I had to screen record it this way to play it this way, but here we go.
Oh shit.
What would you cover? Brittany private it or deleted?
So 2023.
That lied. Yeah, they were out there saying I was going to do that to that girl. That I hide all my life. No, I do not. But look who did. I wonder why. Is it because she lied? Dangerous allegations, my friend. What she did to me yesterday was further proof of the dangerous allegations they put against me.
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree. You can't say that. All I hear is that you don't get spoken about. You're all that get spoken about. That's it.
Spoken about it. I literally said, like, I don't like Brittany. She doesn't like me. That is fine. And we both know it at this point, right? We don't have to make peace. We don't have to do anything. Just don't speak about me and I won't speak about you. And it was almost like I thought maybe we were going to get somewhere this time. That's why.
And
have you guys heard?
I have heard Granny say that. But at the same time she says that, she also she may not. I've heard her say, let's just stop. Don't speak about me. I won't speak about you. I've heard her say these things while simultaneously not covering her on her own stream, just taking little digs, right? She would still continue those little digs like Queen does with me, taking the little digs. But just because you weren't doing whole live streams on her don't mean shit. You would go to other people's channels. You remember when you said that that's what Voices was doing and you couldn't understand why Queen would allow Voices to be a part of her community, because she wouldn't talk shit on her own channel about you or on Queen's channel about you, but she would go on the reckless channels and talk shit about you. You have done the same.
Heard me say that
a lot.
Thank you so much again, Barbara Hall. Yeah, a lot, right? And here I am again. This isn't either 22 or 23. I'll figure out exactly when.
And you're tripping and I know she says Brittany does the same thing. That Brittany may not cover Granny on her live streams when they come to a truce, but Brittany will go in other people's live streams that are talking about Granny, right? Because she gets screenshots sent to her. Well, you're out of your fucking mind if you don't think those same types of screenshots are coming to Brittany when y'all have a truce. And she sees you talking in other chats as well.
And saying the same fucking thing, but, nothing changed. I believe it was Jor came up and said, I like both of you, is their way. And I said to her, we don't even need to make peace. Just don't talk about me. I won't talk about you. Like, why can't that be good enough? Why can't I just not like her and she not like me, but we don't speak on each other? Well,
that'd be great.
Why that can't happen? Because she refuses to allow that to take place.
That'd be fucking great, but she's not the only one refusing to allow it to take place. Again, I'm a victim. I'm a victim. I'm a victim. I'm the only victim.
Well, because I think, Jess, that at the end of the day, when things go quiet and the numbers start dropping and things start dropping, that people are looking for content. And unfortunately, they go for you. And it's bullshit.
Nope. They
It's
give
bullshit.
it to them.
Anything for consensus. It's very easy to have peace if you want peace. Very, very easy.
All right, so there's that one. Now let me pull you over to this one.
That was
X amount says, what were the dangerous allegations that were spoken of? You got anybody going to be shocked? Should we take bets in the chat if you guys can figure it out? Let's see.
Allegations. Well, I don't think we ever found out X amount of words. Did we ever find out?
The dangerous allegations that were spoken on me that day is the claim that I was going to contact child services. Oh, mind you, I'm sped up. They sped me up. You guys can't hear it? Oh, so I was going to contact child services, right? We're talking 23, guys. Of course, she hid the
Exactly,
video.
Remy. We are all adults. When I go live and respond to Queen Bee, I know I'm choosing in that moment, impulsively or not, to go and respond to that bitch. And that's why you'll hear me respond to her sometimes. And sometimes y'all will hear the foulest shit come out of her mouth about me. And I just keep it moving. I choose what I respond to.
Video. Claim that I threatened Brittany's children's lives. I threatened her children's lives. It was actually dangerous allegations put on me, not vice versa. They were put on me. Which she can never, ever prove.
Was that meant to, when were you meant to say that?
Yesterday during my stream. That's what Brittany went live about, to say that I made dangerous allegations on her and,
No, I didn't hear anything. Just allegations.
You have claimed the same thing about BJ. Amazing how that works, right?
No.
A lot of people.
Maybe something you heard BJ say made you feel like she was insinuating dangerous things or making dangerous allegations, much like you hear Brittany J say something, or Brittany J hears you say something, maybe she sees it as alarming. Y'all both do it.
Came into my stream saying
But y'all are out of your whacked out fucking mind if you think that me being somebody who's neutral and don't care about necessarily either one of you is gonna sit here and allow the gang up on Brittany J while you sit here and play victim like you have nothing to do with nothing. I know the history. I don't know it like the back of my hand, but when I stopped supporting Granny, I took the time to learn the history between Brittany J and Granny. And that's how I know, and I am confident to say here today that she has done the same shit.
I'm contacting child services, and a lot of people came in saying that's not being said, but Black and White admitted that he said that I said that. So yes, it was said.
What?
Well, Brittany's going to realize Lycan is using her to further his hate against me. And 90% of, I would say 80% of our problems are him. And
as I'm speaking about it right now, she's on another panel talking shit about Brittany, not her own.
I'll realize it one day. Probably when he turns on her, but hell. So that was 2022. We're going back to 22.
Oh, we're going to get there.
22.
We're going to get there. They got a problem with her raising money for a lawyer or whatever. Bitch, you don't get to say a fucking thing. The best thing you can do, ho, is pipe down.
Oh, based off the names but there's more. But yeah, isn't that just interesting?
I love clip roulette. You learn
dangerous
so
allegations. Much. Dangerous allegations. She's been saying that for fucking years. Dangerous allegations. And sorry, go ahead, whoever wants to say something. I apologize.
Maybe she felt they were. Who knows?
Oh, I just took a breath. Did you hear me just take a breath? But I was going to say, this goes to show that, like, there are things that you can get away with on the internet that you wouldn't as easily get away with in real life, because what happens is people forget that the internet, the crowds and the audience are very transitory. Not like about 5% of people really stick around in a community.
That's
and there's
true.
A lot of inflow and outflow. So people can get away with doing this stuff again without the new crowd remembering.
That's true. That's why I don't understand why Queen Bee keeps bringing me up. She's got a lot of new people over there. They don't know who the fuck Sludge, Knuckles, and Jonesin is.
That all these same claims were made. Not that it would change their behavior if people really did remember, because there are people who remember, like us, and will call it out. But they have their chat so snowed that they won't listen to anybody else's reasoning.
I agree, Allie.
But when they do come out and they do listen, they end up realizing the truth and they leave. And then she says, well, you drank the Kool-Aid. Well, no, they just came upon the truth, which here's another truth, because this person likes to flip and flop and drip and drop all over the place. The sound effects are a little loud, so earbud warning, but the context is important.
I mean, I don't mind her keeping me relevant, to be honest. I mind her making my son relevant.
And say that you were a horrible mother.
She seriously just said, well, you let somebody blast you, listen, for a day. For a day.
And you know what's crazy, Allie, is even though I wasn't there back then, you know, I've learned things. But what's crazy to me is seeing people in Grannies and even up on panel in Grannies that were a part of it back then or were watching the shit show from the outside, and they know that Granny's just as much culpable as Brittany J, and they still just hate Bond.
She got called out once for a day. These motherfuckers have been coming at Granny for, months. Oh my God. Months, like multiple months. But Brittany got backlash for a whole day.
Right, Pink Dagger. Yes, your opinion can change. Kind of like I really enjoyed Clue until JB Gunner put those short videos out about her that led me to go snooping. Then I didn't enjoy her so much.
Day, guys. Crybaby ass bitch. She's such a crybaby and ass boohoo and whining ass bitch.
That's hilarious.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's true.
Pink. I think that was Pink.
It sounded like Pink. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pink, who is now coming to Brittany's defense.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Pink, who is now seeing 25 versus 1. Yeah, she probably is viewing this from a how dare. I mean, it's just like, okay, fuck. It's so much. It's like, how dare y'all criticize Pink Dagger for changing her stance when she's sitting here? She knows some of the history. She knows Granny's a part of it. Y'all want her to just pretend like Granny's not? Y'all stand for nothing, bro.
Yeah. Saying Brittany's being piled on for no reason, for no good reason. I mean, I didn't really listen to everything she said, but yeah.
No, I wouldn't say not for no good reason. I've said and I've agreed. Who was it? Somebody went on a panel. Oh, Just Jake. I agree with her that if Granny and Brittany are going to do this tit for tat, it should be between Granny and Brittany. Not Granny, Brittany, nonsense, now Lynn, Clue, Queen, J is for Justice, Elevated Truth, Stephen Crabtree at some points, now Julie Skolnick. Hello. That is a dog pile. Nonsense. What does Brittany and Granny have to do with you? Not a fucking thing. You've inserted yourself. What did Brittany J do to Jay? Not a fucking thing. She inserted herself to stand up for Granny. What did Brittany J do to Clue? Well, I can tell you she was talking shit about the way she looked. That grabbed Clue's attention, and it escalated from there. But is this warranted? No. What did Brittany J do to Queen? Nothing. She said she didn't agree with Queen putting Savage's family on her live stream. What did Brittany J do to Elevated Truth? Absolutely nothing until after he inserted himself. What did Brittany J do to Julie Skolnick? Absolutely nothing until she inserted herself. You see what I'm saying here? It ain't about fucking being a supporter of Brittany J. It's about standing up for what's right. And it's not right for her to be getting dogpiled by people who are just here to defend Granny when Granny's done just as vile shit, if not worse.
This shit's just wild. It's just, oh.
Here's another one, a blast from the past, because some people do forget, or they just, they change their views.
There's always a campaign to go for Brittany. Always. Okay, for saying that. Let me see. This is from somebody who knows.
Now, that's not me saying Brittany J ain't done or said anything about any of these motherfuckers. She has. But a lot of the times, it's been responses.
Anyaka said there's a hate campaign against you and anyone that doesn't agree with their narrative, in my opinion, 100%.
2023.
No, what it's fucking called is she's being called out. She's being called out. People are proving some of her fucking lies that she spews and her fucking Innocent.
They are. They are very much alike. Shauna. They are very much alike. Because in the tit for tat, they both cry victim of each other. Let me let Deetsy up. They have both fundraised. They both live off of the monetary gain of YouTube. They have both said vile shit about each other. They have both lied about each other. They have both insinuated things about each other. They are very much alike, in my opinion. Hey, Deetsy.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I had to go outside because Crew's sleeping. A minute ago, I couldn't get outside when it was played, but they talk about how Brittany J was supporting. I think it was Lynn who talked about it specifically, but they were talking about how Brittany J supported a fund to take Natasha Cooper down. And I'm very curious in that moment why Lynn, who knows the full history, didn't bring up the fact that Granny had her own fund to go against Natasha Cooper legally and never did.
So that's part of my problem and why I'm doing this review, Deets, because they are like actively, consciously calling Brittany out for the same stuff that Granny has done.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was Granny's, right, Wendy V. It was Granny's fund. It wasn't even that she was supporting a fund like, they're talking about Brittany doing. It was actually Granny's fund.
No. I don't mean in that way, Brittany J. That wasn't part of my list to Granny. No, you've never went after her family that I recall or that I've seen receipts for. And I don't feel like you've ever put her kids at risk. I feel like if you had, those receipts would be out here. We would be able to see those things. And
when I started looking into it, the biggest things, if someone who likes to go back and play old live streams like Nonsense does here, if you go back and listen to what Granny was calling Brittany J out for, it's not for what Brittany J did herself. She always talks about who Brittany J sits with or what chat she was going in or who she supported, and that those people did shitty things to her, not Brittany specifically.
Right.
And that would be hard to prove either way at this point, but that was always her claim back then if you watch old clips.
And it's just, I don't know, it's mind-boggling. I was listening to this and I was like, but Granny, you've done this. But Granny, you've done that too. So okay, yeah, you're right. Maybe Brittany J said something foul or accused you of something, but you've done the same. Play that clip too. Keep it even across the board. But you don't have a lot of creators out here that are willing to point their fingers at them damn selves. That's just what it comes to.
Or at least hold their friends accountable when you're willing to call somebody else out on this panel of doing all these atrocious things. Like, you want to talk about the PayPal pools that were supposed to be for your last trip to Florida?
Mm-hmm.
We're just gonna sweep past that. Sweep past all that proof that's out there.
Okay, so Ash says, Brittany, you did go after her real life. I guess you could consider that injunction when you signed your name to a lawsuit. That is real life. I agree.
She did.
So I can give her that one. And then Tess said, BJ, and we've said that from the beginning. I've told Brittany I thought it was fucked up that she signed into an injunction off the back of Sebastian. And I've also told Granny that, like when I was a supporter of Granny, I would say, why don't you just do something lawfully? Like to put a stop to it. If you feel like it's this bad, do something lawfully. I would tell Brittany J the same thing. There are moves you can make to get things done to stop this. And so when the injunction thing happened, I was upset about it. I was like, why the fuck would you do that? Tess says BJ did go after Granny's Watching's daughter during the truce panel. Where is that panel?
He exposed that Granny's daughter vapes and GW. Okay. I don't know if that happened.
I've never seen that, so I would have to see it. What panel was it on? Let me see. And the problem is there's so many people that value their favorite creator to where they'll go and clip the other side.
They do.
But it's never in any kind of order. You got clips all over the fucking place. Let's see. Jones and check DMs. Okay, I will.
I don't know what Sean's talking about. I know she's absolutely right. She did call Natasha Cooper's niece, not daughter. It was her niece, a token blackie. But I don't know about that second part. So.
Oh, here it is. Okay, hold on. Granny's Watching panel when they were making a truce. I'd have to go back and see that, Tess. I don't. If you got a date or a timestamp. But Allie, I trust Allie, and she said Brittany said you buy your daughter vapes or something along those lines. Okay, then yeah, that would be bringing up her kid. Let's let this play for a minute. Y'all can keep commenting. We're reading.
Cloak she wears. She's being called out. She has some fucking pushback. She's having her feet held to the fucking flames. But that has to be twisted because in her mind, it's a hate campaign. No, it could never possibly be that I'm getting called out. It could never possibly be that I've done something to affect people's feelings or opinions or views. Never. It couldn't be me, not little old me.
What am I checking for? Am I checking mine, yours, and Deetz's or something else?
I don't listen, and this is to everybody who supports me. I don't want to do drama. I don't want my channel to be drama. I got away from it.
This is 2023. 23 that these things are being stated.
Granny, well, isn't that what Granny stated? And that's the whole reason she found her way over here into true crime?
You'd have to ask Allie that. I know she was around true crime before she started covering Natasha Cooper. She was
Who
in
was?
chats.
Granny was?
Yeah, as Jessica
Oh, okay.
Lynn.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's a receipt for the fundraiser. Okay.
There is an absolute, I understand the spreading rumors. There is absolute proof that she called Natasha Cooper's niece a token blackie, and I can send you the proof of that. The other part of it, I haven't. I don't think that that's factual. The question is I know because I came up to help because I know you're doing like 50 million things at once. The question was Granny around true crime before she started going at Natasha, and if I remember correctly, she was because she was a part of panels and stuff like in the chats.
I'm here.
Hang on, MJ. I'll send you the question. Give me 1 second, so I'll have to mute because I'm on my phone, and I'll send you the question that they're asking. I don't want to repeat it.
What question that who's asking? Jeez. All right, let me pull this up. This is. Let me delete this one and add this one. This is, I think it's a receipt Nunya was asking for in the chat. This is Granny's Watching. I'm raising $10,000 until 7/7/2022 from Take Natasha Cooper down. Can you help? So, I mean, you got some audacity for throwing Brittany under the bus for that.
That's
while you
what
did
I'm
it too.
saying. And Lynn knows this one because she was around back then. That's why it's so like I can understand nonsense not knowing it. I didn't know this when Granny first started coming around and I first started watching Granny. But once I did my research, the proof is out there. But Lynn was there. So that's why it's wild that she's just being quiet on it.
Okay, MJ. She says she'll come up in a few to help. So let's just let it play for a few more minutes.
Look at your chat right quick.
I saw it. I don't think it's true.
You're a fucking liar, Brittany. Why are you fucking lying to all of your people? Why are you lying? You don't want to be in the drama. You want nothing to do with it. That's why you left. Bitch, you've never left. When did you fucking leave? Keeping your bullshit that you spew in chats on other people's panels, here, there, everything. There's always a...
So yeah, just showing that since 2023, she's been saying the same things. Like, I want nothing to do with this, and I left the drama, and none of it's true.
Okay, can I say something?
Well, my Rose, thank you. We're stuck in it.
Yep.
So the comment that everyone was asking about in chat, I'm not going to repeat what the comment was. Everyone was asking about it, saw it. Yes, Granny did date a guy that was saying those things about
Kids?
black children. Yes.
Okay. I
And
was
she-
confused because chat's flying. I'm not catching everything right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like it. And he said those things and she knew about it. That's not me giving you definitive proof. That's repeating what.
But let's just keep pointing those fingers.
Yeah.
I can't get them to grasp it. And I don't know if it's just that they don't want to grasp it or because it doesn't fit their narrative, but they keep telling people that we are supporters who are standing up for BJ. No, I'm Joneson standing up for a human being. Period.
The time warp. We are.
We are.
Always, yeah, somebody else is, right. Yeah. And it's just always a different target. It's always a different person to blame, right? Like, oh, and you know, now it's me, but before me, it was always MJ, and before MJ it was the ex-Maz, and it just constantly goes and goes. But what's ironic is none of the stuff, like you can't claim your lives and the lives of your family members have been in danger for 5 years, but nothing has taken place.
But Granny, you broke girl code. Come on.
That's ultimately what it came down to.
You deserve it because you broke girl code. So, you know, what are you gonna do? You just you deserve everything you got since you broke the girl code in 2022.
I should have just
So this, I know a little bit about what Lynn is insinuating here. This is what started the beef, and if MJ's free to come up, she can explain it 1,000 times better. But this is what started the beef between MJ and Granny, and then eventually, you know, why MJ broke off from Brittany J. Is there was a panel, someone was invited up on the panel, and Brittany kept going at Granny saying she broke girl code. Now, would I take that as like some attacks? Like if someone said, "Oh, you broke girl code, you broke girl code." I think a lot more petty shit has been done since then, but
Well, yeah, a lot of petty shit's been done since then. It's back and forth, and that's why I'm saying Brittany's not the only victim in their you know, bullshit. Granny is too. They're both victims of each other.
maybe Star Nunya's comment, what does girl code breaking mean? And then MJ can like really answer it if she makes it up here.
Okay.
Respected the girl code.
Yep.
Oh my golly. To this day, it haunts me.
I mean, we see Brittany playing out the girl code now. Like, you know, Craig's over there talking about girls on his phone, and she completely wakes up from a nod, takes his phone out of his hand in the middle of a true crime stream to look at who's talking to him.
Oh my gosh.
Because they're breaking girl code.
Oh, the dang old girl code gets us every time, doesn't it? Thank you, Pika. Well, it's a second goal to be fair, so.
Speaking of Craig, Larry.
Listen, you have to make sure you pause in between. This bitch is striking.
I know. I gotcha. Can you?
And that's the way that was put out. I don't think Brittany J's out here striking anybody and everybody willy-nilly. She's striking Jay because Jay is blatantly restreaming her. It's fucked up. And Jay has nothing to do with nothing. Jay's not even fucking involved.
I get what Nanya and Stacey are saying. You're not interested in him or hear anything at all about him, and they're talking about liking. And I agree 1,000%. I got nothing for the dude. He seems like a total piece of shit. But the accusation that was made in that comment earlier was that Granny knew, and she did because, again, later DMs leaked, and she was kicking and ha-haing with him in the DMs when he was saying this shit. So that was the point of that person bringing it up, I'm assuming, is the fact that she knew, she was laughing about it, she was going back and forth.
And I want to say, like, I already stated it once in here. Like, I agreed with a lot of what Granny and them showed clip wise. Like, you can't change that up. I mean, I guess you could clip out of context, but for the most part, oh, hold on, this is my job. Can you read chat for a minute?
Yeah. Yep. Then let's see here. They fight for the gold medal in the victim Olympics. Yeah, it seems like it. I've heard of that. Like, and that's what I've heard too, Nanny. I don't know if he is or not. That's what I've heard. Like I said, I stay clear away from him. Don't
Sorry.
worry,
Yep.
Voices is reporting everyone. I heard that, Wendy B. I heard she's reported.
Yeah. Well,
Brittany and Jones in.
Good luck. That's what I was
She
saying.
excused his content when they started dating, then held it against him when they broke up. Yes.
What I was saying a minute ago is that I agreed with a lot of what Granny and them played, with the context and everything of things that Brittany J has done wrong.
Yeah.
Nobody over here is denying Brittany J has done fucked up shit. The difference is we're pointing the finger at you guys too, and y'all don't like it. It's all of you. The same way it wasn't just me with Queen, or it wasn't just Queen. It was all of us. It was both of us.
The fact remains that this went both ways, right? It happened from both sides.
Yeah.
And
no, Voices, that was not me getting fired. That was me being asked to cover an extra route because I am loved and needed. Fuck you, ho.
Wolfie said 11/19/21 was the beginning and it was girl code, but it was Britt rushing into Granny's and MJ didn't even know Britt was doing that. I have got to go because my little man is up, but hopefully MJ will hop up and help you. Bye.
Okay, bye. No, and that's the point, Sean. Nobody's saying BJ is a saint, but to hear Granny and them say that we support her and we're acting like she does nothing wrong, no, that's not the case at all. She has done wrong. She absolutely has, but so has Granny. And I don't think it's fair to keep pointing the finger at everybody else when you have taken part in the shenanigans as well. And I did before, hey, Allie, before I go on, where'd it go? Shady, you asked me a question. I was going to answer it. Oh, here it is. If someone is bragging about knowing a man on Kiwi Farms and that man puts a creator's info on the farms, should they be called out? Abso-fucking-lutely. Okay. Hey, Allie.
Hey, did Deets fall off?
Yeah, crew woke up.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I just wanted to, I don't know when they're going to, there's a part where I mentioned I definitely want to respond to, but I was going to wait to come up when that happened. I figured I'll just be quiet. If there's something you need to, you know what I mean? I think Melissa's going to come up when she can. And if we can help with anything or kind of straightening things out. But yeah, so just here to sit with you. Okay.
Okay.
You leave Craig out of things. That woman has said some downright dirty and degrading shit about that.
October 30th, 2024.
Man, and he has done nothing to anybody on this platform. People, you know what I mean? People just assume and run with things like they know. And they don't even know.
I love this. I'll play one. Granny's like, oh, I got one to go here.
Anything about my life or my family. Really think about it. How much do people really know about my family and my life?
And see that she finds joy in that. Did y'all hear nonsense? Like, they love that they're here playing the clips back to back of Brittany, but they wouldn't love it if we took the time and got the clips of Brittany and Granny. They wouldn't like that because then that'd be both of them being shown for who they are and what they've done to participate in the back and forth.
Dude, could a back and forth go, or could an argument go on this long without both people participating? You can't just play one side of it, you know?
Be even-minded. Like, I mean, Brittany can tell y'all, I have a lot of opinions on her and some of her true crime coverage and some of her drama stuff. I have stated those loud and proud. I'm just doing the same with Granny now.
Right.
Oh, well, that would be a good time to pause.
Gotcha.
Because here's in 2022.
like the Lord like about. Just so you know, I don't think that BJ has anything to be scared of. Lightning has a lot in common with her husband. Okay, all this fucking machinery,
Oh God, they keep playing these sped up clips. Hold on.
all this shit.
Oh, that's right. Because Kim and Crafton did an expose on Craig back in 2021.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh.
Who cares?
Yeah.
That's
Just
true,
another
but
one.
so
What
what?
does that what does that got to do with yours and Brittany's history? Does it have anything to do with it?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, not the. Mm-mm.
They
Don't you
they
think?
did their style of expose. They may have even created a website.
Well. What's what
Yeah.
little bit I tell?
Yeah, there was one of the hit channels that the other day put out a video and they were talking about,
Things have obviously changed from this point, but
we don't even know these people.
No.
We don't know what their personal life's like. We don't know what they're really like. And I was thinking, well, then you need to think about that because you hating on all of us. You don't know us. You don't know what our real life is about. You don't know what we go through every day. You don't know if
she's gonna get back to Larry talk in a moment.
we're going through a lot of crap, that we don't share.
Yeah.
You don't know my upbringing, how I was brought up, what things were that were going on. You don't know if I'm happy or if I'm sad or if I'm depressed. It's none of your business.
Exactly.
No, because I don't want to do that. Gigi, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that to anybody. It's just why feel the need to, I don't know. I'm just as much against bullying as I am racism. So if you hear me calling racism out, just get over it. If you hear me calling bullying out, get over it. Maybe it's because I've dealt with that myself here on these YouTube streets, that mob mentality, that group effort to fuck with you. And it sucks. And I know Granny's dealt with it to an extent, and that's why it shocks me. And I know I've heard her tell people like Jay and Clue that they should stop streaming Brittany. But then simultaneously, she's in the chat interacting with what they're streaming of Brittany. So it kind of, you're saying one thing and doing another. So it's like, it's complicated.
Yeah, I totally agree with you because I got to give her credit. She has told people that this is too much, not like the back-to-back restreams. But then she's in the chats. It's kind of like when she says, I never talk about Brittany. I don't want to talk about Brittany, but it always comes back to Brittany. Like, I don't watch many of her lives, but everyone I ever see does.
Yeah, she sneak disses. That's what she does. Just because you don't say her name doesn't mean anything. The people who do know the history know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah.
And so it's like you're contradicting yourself by saying, y'all, this is too much. Y'all need to stop entertaining it and restreaming her. Like, it's too much. But then you're participating in the chat. It does hit different.
Exactly. As you come out here and call people obsessed and psychotic and psychopathic and narcissistic and sociopathic, but you don't know these people, right, Brittany Day? Like, which is it?
Well, that's what I always say. Brittany uses the parasocial when she wants to, right? Like, she loves everybody. All her chatters are the best. She loves them, blah, 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 blah. But then she says, you don't know me. You never met me.
But I do agree with that. I don't think she's using the parasocial. I think that she really does try to love each and every person until something, happens. But she allows that closeness. And I think that's a big problem. I think that's who she is as a person. Like, she wants to be close to everybody. She wants to trust everybody. And everybody wants to trust her as a creator. And sometimes that's just not how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, I agree. I don't have too much to say on that. I'm going to let you keep it.
I know, because you was friends with her.
Real life. You don't know me, so you can't judge me. And it's like, you can't have it both ways.
Hey, Amanda.
And then I just got a clip where she's saying that maybe I wouldn't have put your girl in the injunction if she didn't dox my property, if she didn't show my house on her platform. Well, maybe I'll hand that over to the judge to let her know. Not only did you falsely accuse.
Well, that's this exact stream. Who is that? What's your name? Stormcat. That's the stream I'm going over now. She did have Sebastian Rogers tagged, but I have to give her credit because she wasn't planning on talking about Brittany J. Nonsense got up there and started the history lesson on Brittany J. Granny was going over the Tony Mathis, Nick at Night, all that bullshit. But she hadn't had time, I guess, to remove the hashtag.
Yeah, you can't change it while you're live. Like for me, anyways, it won't let me change the title and stuff. So
No, so she, in her defense, this wasn't the track she was planning on going.
Excuse me, if Doxing is showing your house. But two, that's not a reason to sue somebody. It's not illegal. What don't you understand? You on YouTube, we have certain things we abide by, right? It's like an unspoken rule.
I
You don't
agree.
talk about X, Y, and Z. Doxing in the real world does not consist of showing one's house. That doesn't constitute doxing.
I agree, but it's still fucked up.
So would that
Yeah.
mean by
It's still fucked up. There's no way around that.
I just don't like the ever since this has happened, it bothers me how people can like make excuses for it. Because here's the thing. They were fighting and you go live and you pull up, this article of what happened that tells where it happened, pictures of it, his obituary, this young man who lost his life. I mean, it's wrong to him too. And for what? What is your purpose of that? If it isn't to either show where Brittany lives, intimidate Brittany, what else? Because you can say, no, it's not exactly doxing, but it's not good. And why would you do it if it wasn't to like take a dig at Brittany? Come on.
Right. Exactly.
by her standards than her showing and doing Zillow walkthroughs of parents of missing children and people birthing crime scenes with homes? Would that be considered doxing in her?
I sure would. And also, I heard her say the only thing she's ever done wrong was share a photo of Whoopi behind the scenes. False, Brittany. You shared around my family's photos too.
Okay. Now that could be true. Is that true?
I don't know anything about that. I think maybe she's talking about like when she came on the scene and people didn't know who she was. I'm not 100% sure on that. I didn't see Brittany do that, but I'm not saying she didn't. That's one
Okay.
thing. Yeah.
So we can't really speak to that part, but what I can speak to is just recently finding out from just another troll that you were sharing Angela's clips and giggles kids behind the scenes, Granny. And so you, again, maybe Brittany did do that, but you're pointing the finger when it can come back to you as well.
Yep.
Do you think that people don't have your mod chats? Do you really think so? Do you think that we don't know the horrible discussions you had on creators' children's, on passing around people's family members? You think nobody has that shit?
TT did that? Who's TT?
That would be Truth Teller. And I don't remember her doing that either. But I could, like, it doesn't mean it didn't happen. You know what I mean? I just,
Right.
I don't remember it coming out in the public that it happened. So,
okay.
And no, I did not show her house. I absolutely didn't. But you know what she did the day prior? She doxed me 3 different times and doxed my family.
Sure.
That's what she did. So the very next day I said, luckily for Brittany, I'm not a doxer. So I won't be doxing her, but I will be giving you all a little insight.
So did she, okay, so again, did she do that? Did the day prior to Granny doxing the ditch? Did Brittany J dox Granny and her whole family? I'm not sure because they're not showing the receipts.
So I think what that's referring to, and to go back to her family, I remember when she started, people were like thinking she was someone else, maybe her sister or something. I could have that wrong because it's a little fuzzy. But when the house thing happened, Nick the Hat had posted Granny's, all kinds of shit on her family. And I believe that Brittany might have like shouted him out in his Twitter, and that's why they're saying that. Because yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know that happened. I think that's right on the timeline, but somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. But
And we're all up for being corrected because, like I said, I don't know every bit of the history, and I know more of the recent stuff. But yeah, absolutely correct it if it's wrong, so that we can know the truth. But please correct it with some kind of proof or receipts or something to show us that these things happen, even if in private or if you have to blur certain things out.
right. So I
Who these people are.
remember. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, dox the ditch.
Oh, sorry, Allie.
Just real quick, I do know a lot of the history, but it's been a long time, and I know that wasn't the first time those things were put out about Granny's family. Still, to me, it doesn't make it right. New eyes could see it. You know what I mean? So, because Natasha did it, other people did it. I see you guys in the chat, but it's still, still
Yeah,
wrong.
you can like people find different definitions for doxing, but you can absolutely release people's personal information more than once. Just the one time, that doesn't because people say you can't redox the dogs. They've already been doxed before, but you can. You absolutely can.
Bitch, doxers, lock me up. 20 years, throw me away. So that would technically be the county's complaint too, because the county owns the right of way. So, I mean, it was hysterical though that she went to blur out her house, but she only blurred out the tree. It was kind of funny.
I agree with that for the most part, Shani.
Right, kind of, and that's an actual violation of privacy. That's actually a countersuit.
I don't need to know somebody to comment on the things that they do on the internet. I don't need to know them.
I agree with that. I agree with that, Remy. Is it right? No, but to keep acting like it's new, that isn't accurate. It's not new.
Right. Because, whenever someone comes to her, she's like, I don't know you, you don't know me. But she also doesn't know all these true crime families that she's commenting on, where she acts like she knows exactly what the hell they were doing and that they're guilty or they're not guilty. Right. But one of the things that cracks me up and shows how incredibly phony she is that she will say people are beautiful when it's clearly,
I know,
they're using some stock photo or whatever. Like, everybody is beautiful, no matter how fake their photo is.
It drives me nuts. Yeah. Oh, that's such a beautiful photo.
Okay, I'm going to play a couple more minutes or just a few seconds of this part. And then
why does that drive you nuts? Do you hate somebody that much?
And want to follow it up, and then until you say something else, I'll be done.
Oh, he's not happy about it. I'll tell you that. He's not happy about none of this.
Larry wasn't happy. October 30th, 2024. But pay attention.
At all. He's that's what I mean when I say that we've safeguarded things.
Safeguarded things. Protect the falling trees.
For protection. We've already had to do quite a bit. To safeguard and ensure, that my children are safe. We've already had to do quite a bit.
People do all the time.
Yeah. Well,
oh my God. DJ said this morning she never said anything about you or anyone else going to jail.
We have her reading a comment and then how serious. Oh, come on. Come on.
That's like, I mean, she just lies to lie to lie to lie. It's quite infuriating.
But then again, this is after, so this would have been from, I don't know the exact date.
But you're known for that too.
For real.
Oh my God.
I'll have to go back and look at the sheet. But this is this is April and May of 2025 when she says this. So remember, you just heard her saying 12 days after they filed the injunction on Granny and Barbecue that they have already had to take all these routes for protection. But listen again.
Betty, should I be afraid? What exactly is it that I should be afraid of?
Well, we have her in 21 and 22 asking for cameras.
Me a membership. Oh, you're welcome, Zach. How are you?
Sorry, Jessica.
I would say we have her in 21 and 22 asking her audience for cameras, claiming that she's in danger. So,
can she get a new freaking line at least, for God's sakes?
Welcome to the Gummy Squad.
But this part right here is very important.
Bold is a good thing. Right. I've never been scared of these people. What are you talking about?
You've never been scared of these? I thought that was the whole purpose of this all. What?
How are you? Welcome to the Gummy Squad. Bold is a good thing. Right. I've never been scared of these people. What are you talking about?
Never been scared. Oh, never mind. Nap time. Okay, carry on. Here you go. Never been scared of these people. They had to take all the protections.
She has said that so many times that she's not afraid of these people. And then she turns around literally days later and says, I'm scared.
And it's always, you have no idea. I haven't even told you guys half of the things that are going on in my real life. You've been saying that there's drones and cameras in the woods and.
Well, we still have the comment.
Okay, so right here they're talking about Brittany claiming to be scared of people in their comments and their veiled threats or whatever. And they're kind of making fun of her, but Granny did the same thing about saying a rabbit was killed in her front.
Oh yeah, the rabbit. And then he came in the chat and put the skunk.
Yeah. It's like, hello, mirror.
And of her too saying like, none of these people would step to me in my real world, in my real life.
Let me see if I can.
She absolutely said that.
Oh, Lord.
And then we have this video, which I found very interesting because if I felt that I was in so much distress and, my life was in danger to the point where we're walking around with, several pew-pews in our pockets from room to room, we're just so terrified, I don't think I would hear this and make this response. But then again, I mean, you all tell me, but we have this.
Yeah. Oh, no, what was that? What was that?
Hang on. You hear a noise right before the second time she says, what was that?
Hang on, guys.
Yeah, I heard a moan too.
Just
wait. Okay, she's back.
Sorry, guys. I don't know what that is. Goodness gracious.
You didn't know what it was?
What?
You hear a big bang. You don't jump out of fear. Like, what the fuck is that? What's going on?
You know, it's just more like, what was that? What was that?
Like the fear you showed when you found fur in your front yard, your driveway. Oh,
Like, there's no like, you know, just like when the supposed knock at the window the same night, you know,
so
Larry
stupid.
says he heard a scream, but nobody
Who
got up to ever look to
cares?
see what
You
happened.
know?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, Barbara, you're
Like, why are y'all focused? Oh, that's what I'm saying though, Allie. Like it's it's crazy.
exchange rate is just fine. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't you be a little more like worried or? Yeah, but it was kind of like, what was that? Like the response. So let's hear it again.
Yeah.
Oh God, Wendy V is in here dropping all kinds of nuggets. She had a kitten grift.
She did get a kitten. Yeah. I think her chat helped her get stuff for it or something. Maybe they found a little kitten that needed a home. I don't remember exactly. Like people could get the details a little down, but down a little better. But yeah, in her
Oh,
cat house, it was on her wish list or something. I think like a litter box that was shaped like a watermelon, and people then like really like focused on that, and it was watermelon turd box everywhere. Like, you know, I don't know, people focus on both of them for kind of stupid stuff that doesn't matter when there's a lot of stuff that does matter, you know. But I'm not saying that's what Wendy's doing, but you know,
I skipped forward a little because I think I know what you have input on. So let's listen.
Oh, my dad definitely did school the fuck out of her, but still. And that was, you know, that didn't come out until recently. Well, I thought that should have came out before. My point being, you know, you've done your fair share of fucked up things, Brittany. Yes, I've said things that hurt your feelings, but I've never entered your real life, and you know it.
I don't know how to feel about that because I feel like you have kind of entered her real life by doing the ditch docs that y'all like to say, the ditch docs, and talking about her kids, right? The same way you feel like she entered your real life by saying you buy your daughter vapes or
right,
stuff like that. Like it's the same. It's one and the same.
Yeah.
I have stood very strong throughout the years that we don't contact CPS over shit you see on the internet unless you're genuinely, truly concerned, because I sat on trial.
Okay,
I
I'll
saw
check.
that boy's body. I saw the fucking bruises that took his life. I
I'll check. Call it as I see it.
saw the week of torment he went through as testified. I would never waste CPS's time. You just
And
know
that's
it.
exactly what I said, Deets, in my list of things that they're similar on is y'all have both done fundraisers. You both, you know, make YouTube your sole income. Like you both have grifted for things.
Yet another situation where, please remember, people in the pro-crime community, their accusations are admissions of guilt.
Right. So when you're sitting there saying, you know, oh, they did this, they did that. Yeah, a lot of times these people are the ones that actually do that shit.
Or they're in the middle of doing it, or they've thought of doing it.
I digress.
Yep.
Like Brittany, admitting that her and those ex-mods, let's face it, that's the group she was talking about. Replay the fucking script. You'll hear her say it. People I was really close with, that would be them that held the recliner survivors. They're the ones that contacted PayPal. Who do you think got blamed for it at that time?
You.
Oh, Granny. Was it come out to say, oh no, it was actually Brittany. It was Brittany and those people that don't do drama, guys. I think there
Hey,
was
can
a
we
few other people
go?
that's what they got.
We've went a little far, but I've got it. You know what? I could come in on StreamYard and share the screen or send you the link. Once I was mentioned, I clipped that. It's a 6-minute clip that goes into me, Melissa, all the history a little bit, but it's on double speed. But then I've got 2 other short clips that's about you guys, you and Dietz and Nanya.
Just give me the keyword. What's the keyword I can look up, Alex?
Hey, let me look at the front of it. Hold on. The very first scapegoat.
Scapegoat.
Yep.
Okay. And do I need to go before that?
It's right. That's the very beginning of it. It's used you as a scapegoat over all these years. Right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll go just a couple of sentences above that and let it play. You tell me when to stop.
Okay.
We were right there though, girl. I was right there. I was close.
I'm not doing any of the things yet. She still goes at me day after day. Just let me go. Let me go. Like I said back then, and I say it today. Leave me the fuck alone, please. You've gaslit me and blamed me for enough over the years. It's time to stop. Just fucking stop.
She definitely used like the discontent with other people
to use you as a scapegoat over all of these years. And so many other people used that too. They were pulling shit on her, collecting shit on her. But somehow, some way, you were the big bad guy when it's never been. It's usually her people that can't stand her, that couldn't let go, that were part of her mods bullshit. And not all of them, but majority. That's where it comes from.
I'm glad you said that. I want to address that. Oh, Hannah, thank you so much. So it is very aggravating and infuriating is the words for it. That that like this whole time, right? And I said this much already, but I'll say it again. Brittany's always fallen back on me. And I said it, in the little sector we came from, I was one of the bigger channels, right? I was one of the people that had more support than the others, that had more faithful support than the others, that had years lasting support, as you see through the milestones. So I was always a fallback target. And every time there wasn't a true crime case that was trending, Brittany would fall back on Grady. It was all the fucking time. I have tapes of her admitting that she spoke about me every day for a month, but I don't mention her at all, blah, blah, blah. But throughout this time, for a year and a half now, again, I was blamed for being a channel. And it was weaponized over me. It was used to fucking berate me. It was used to go at me. And this whole time, it was Whoopi, right? And listen, there's no secret here. I don't get along with Whoopi. I don't get along with Alex. I don't get along with these women. You know why? Because I converse with them in private. I know they're not what they portray to be in public. Okay, they're people.
Okay. Oh, but they are, bitch. Let me stop you right there. They are exactly in private who they are publicly, and that's why I fuck with them. You, on the other hand, are not, because I've got messages of you talking shit about Queen while you over there hanging out with her. Fuck out of here.
Now, this really pissed me off because, first of all, just because I don't do drama, I have a true crime channel. I comment on it as myself. I don't try to hide. You know, Jones, and everything. I go off in these chats sometimes and on these panels. And it's the same way I am behind the scenes. You might talk with your friends a little more personally. But this pissed me off because I've never pretended to be anything. She has said this shit about me for years. And I actually have an old community post where I was saying that. It was so funny, Jones. And actually, because yesterday, hold on, let me show you or tell you. Because yesterday when you were playing that, like, we are not the same, you were saying that, it made me think about this post I had made. And then after that, she says all this stuff. But for years, she's been trying to put me and Melissa and Wolfie included, and like put us down and say, you know, they pretend to be this, but they're not, and blah, blah, blah. And it's bullshit. So 2 years ago, I went and saw, and like if I talked about this on my channel, it would have no reach. But I just want to read, can I read this real quick? It's just a quick
paragraph. Of course. Yes,
so
it's Alex. Alex Erickson is the one talking. Allie Bug. Go ahead.
Okay, so 2 years ago, I posted this, and this was to her saying the same kind of shit. Alex just pretends to be sweet. I wrote, no, the fuck I don't. I have no problem being a bitch to people who deserve it, and you're pushing me there. I am a grown up and don't bring every single argument I have to YouTube. I don't invade people's private lives, use my platform to attack everyone I have a problem with. I don't bash people for their looks, call people's police departments, release people's criminal records, share people's private messages, share minors' private info, talk about people's kids and their custody, or act like a damn fool on YouTube obsessing over people. I don't bash people for cash, and I don't do fundraisers for myself either. I could go on and on. I don't do any of that stupid shit. I won't tag you because you don't deserve the attention, but we are not the same at all. And I've come to the conclusion that she does this because she knows we won't go low. She knows we know the truth of the past, and it makes her feel inferior. Wait, because you're going to hear, she's going to immediately go to, but I tell you guys I like drama. I don't pretend I like drama. It's like she pushed us down and like tried to make her and push herself up for some reason, because we don't go low like she does and we don't have the low down history. It makes her feel some type of way. It makes her feel inferior. Well, I'm fucking sorry, but you don't get to just fucking tell 1,000 people, you know, I've talked to him privately. They're not the same. That's not true, dude. That is not true. Just because we cover true crime mostly, it would be so disrespectful to bring this stupid, petty bullshit into our coverage. Duh. Okay. Sorry.
Duh. And that's why I'm here. Hello.
I'm so glad you did. Thank you.
You said something yesterday, Allie, in private. You said, because I think it was MJ was like, I love drama. I just don't like to be in the drama.
Exactly.
Like, you can watch and spectate like the bullshit going on and not be involved. You don't have to involve yourselves. So, I don't know. Does she expect y'all to do drama streams? No. To me, y'all are not drama channels. Y'all are true crime channels. And y'all are some of the few true crime channels where you get legit information and not irresponsible speculation. And I appreciate that. And the last thing I would want to see you or MJ covering would be this bullshit.
Right. Well, you know what, Jones? Number one, I'm glad you did this because I can't, even my post didn't reach anyone. But the thing is that am I perfect? No, I fucked up plenty of times and I try to make it right when I do. I'm a human. If you look at Oz's comment here, and thank you, she says, Alex, and good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Alex was the same person in GW's mod chat as she is in real life, always kind. Here's the funny part, Joneson, for both Brittany and Granny. I always encouraged them to leave it alone. I would tell Granny, stop responding to Natasha. I'm scared about her getting an attorney. She would argue with me over it. Whatever, she's not going to do it. I'm like, I just think you should stop. Brittany, I would tell her, stop responding, dude. You could do so much. You have to stop getting caught up in this. So whatever.
Yeah. I've never, and God, it's crazy because she's putting y'all out as this one thing and making it seem like y'all are different behind the scenes than you are publicly. You're in here all the time giving your opinions. You stand on what you say. MJ 2, Wolfie 2, 3. Let me put Wolfie 3. But I feel like there have been times Grace has been in private conversations, Grace has been given to both of these women. But also at the same time, because y'all have dealt with each of them, right, on a different level.
Yeah.
And you both have history. Well, all three of you have history with them both on a different level. So y'all are more of like to me, and I don't want to speak for y'all, but y'all don't care for either one of them. But you still are willing to be fair. And if something's wrong, say it's wrong. If something's right, say it's right. And that's for both of them. Like, I did not expect MJ that day that Kathy or Petty was starting her.
Yes.
I was so proud of MJ. It really showed. It's not about who you like or dislike. It's about right is right, wrong is wrong.
Exactly. Well, that's why I appreciate you guys too. And why like you Deets and Nunya and your chat and stuff. I've become friends with your chatters and everything. And that's because you try to keep it fair. You know, even when something bad happens to someone you don't like, you say it. Today you came on here and said, look, I might have been wrong about this at the beginning. You know what I mean? I just appreciate that about you guys. So thank you. But
well, ditto. I appreciate that about y'all too. Brittany J says, Alex, just like Granny Watson did to you all by projecting onto you and pushing you down to lift herself.
Listen to it as you keep playing. Listen to what
okay,
she
let
says
me let
after
it.
this.
Okay, I'll keep playing.
Come out here and say,
hey, you want to type the second keyword in the back so I can?
Yeah, let me. Well, I don't have those loaded. They're quick. They're like a 2-minute clip and a 30-second clip. Can I send it to you somewhere? Because I don't have it loaded. I don't know if I can. I can listen to it and listen for a keyword in a second after we.
Well, or you could just let it play and we can listen to it either way.
Okay, that's fine. It's not long after this because right around the time I got mentioned is when I listened, and I pretty much listened to the rest. And I think it was like just a few minutes after this that she gets into. Okay.
Okay.
We don't like drama. We don't do any of that. But behind the scenes, they're so I don't fuck with that. I don't give a fake shit. I'd rather be forward. I let you all know. Yeah, I fuck with drama. That's why my channel's what it is, right? I'm a nosy ass bitch. You can see an indent in my.
Deetsy, are you just up here to test what I asked you to test?
Yeah, I see it. So
okay, so if this goes longer than I have, I will because I gotta be off by 1:45. I will let it keep going so y'all can do what y'all need to do, and then you could just shut the stream down. I just wanted to check it. All right.
Oh yeah. All right. I got a few minutes. Lucas.
Okay.
Lines when the neighbors are arguing. I fucking like gossip. I don't need to deny it, but they deny it. But for a year and a half, they allowed me to take these punches, especially after the videos were uploaded, accused of BJ being under substances. The same motherfuckers that held my feet to the fire on the panel, Melissa Jade, Joneson, Nunya. It was your friend Wolfie that made the videos. It wasn't even me. And
Am I supposed to pause right there or let it keep
I
going?
don't know. Allie typed in the back chat that she had to go to the bathroom. Wolfie did make some videos from that channel. What was it? Alleged, always expected, never appreciated, I think was the name of it. But what's she free? Can I hear that again? Do you mind?
Yeah. Let me rewind it.
Like gossip. I don't need to deny it, but they deny it. But for a year and a half, they allowed me to take these punches, especially after the videos were uploaded, accusing me.
Can you rewind it like 20 seconds more? I'm sorry, because this is where she like puts herself up. I like gossip. I tell you guys that, like, kind of cut it off just so you can hear what I mean.
Well, I personally like drama too. We had this conversation in the background the other day, me and Nunya did, and I was like, there's a little piece of us that enjoys the drama, you know? I think that's typical, especially for women. Like you like to dive into the drama sometimes, but there is a line where it can be too much.
And we all found out Wolfie was that clip channel when Wolfie came out with it the same time everybody else did.
Yeah, I had no idea until recently.
And it was weaponized over me. It was used to fucking berate me. It was used to go at me. And this whole time, it was Wolfie, right? And I listen.
Oh, hold on. I need to go back some more. Sorry.
Thank you so much. So it is very aggravating and infuriating is the words for it that that like this whole time, right? And I said this much already, but I'll say it again. Brittany's always fallen back on me. And I said this, and in the little sector we came from, I was one of the bigger channels, right? I was one of the people that had more support than the others, that had more faithful support than the others, that had years lasting support, as you see through milestones. So I was always a fallback target. And every time there wasn't a true crime case that was trending, Brittany would fall back on Grady. It was all the fucking time. I have tapes of her admitting that she spoke about me every day for a month, but I don't mention her at all, blah, blah, blah. But throughout this time, for a year and a half now, again, I was blamed for being a channel. And it was weaponized over me. It was used to fucking berate me. It was used to go at me. And this whole time, it was Whoopi, right? And listen, there's no secret here. I don't get along with Whoopi. I don't get along with Alex. I don't get along with these women. You know why? Because I converse with them in private. I know they're not what they portray to be in public, okay? There are people that come out here and say, we don't like drama. We don't do any of that. But behind the scenes, they're so I don't fuck with that. I don't do the fake shit. I'd rather be forward. I let you all know, yeah, I fuck with drama. That's why my channel's what it is, right? I'm a nosy ass bitch.
She don't do the fake shit, but who was it, Granny, that had a alt account under Brittany J's name and was going places commenting as Brittany J? Who was that, Granny?
Who was that girl?
Who's the one that's messaging everyone about thumbnails and time slots and all that? You stop it. Stop it right now.
Stop it right now.
You can see an indent in my blinds when the neighbors are arguing. I fucking like gossip. I don't need to deny it, but they deny it. But for a year and a half,
they don't deny it.
They allowed me to take these punches, especially.
For a year and a half, y'all allowed her to take these punches.
Bitch, you can see an indent in my blinds when the neighbors are arguing. I fucking like gossip. I don't need to deny it, but they deny it. But for a year and a half, they allowed me to take these punches, especially after the videos were uploaded, accusing BJ being under substances. The same motherfuckers that held my feet to the fire on the panel, Melissa Jade, Jones, and Nunya. It was your friend Wolfie that made the videos. It wasn't.
I feel like I've only held your feet to the fire about the way you talked about.
You were
Seth.
accusing her of being on drugs. I said that was wrong, and I don't think it's cool to accuse someone of being on substances. I still stand by that. I agree with you. Brittany J's falling asleep. I don't know what the fuck is causing her to fall asleep, but it's plain as day, and that doesn't change Wolfie's video. And I'd have to go back and watch Wolfie's video, but I don't think it was accusing Brittany J of being on any substances either. But the fact remains, she's fallen asleep, and it's weird as fuck. But you came out and accused her of stuff, then Queen B did a live flat out saying she was on methadone. And I'm sorry, that's too far.
Because they can't prove it, and they don't know for sure. And even if they did, it's not something necessarily for the internet. Now, I will say, me and Granny, that's where our dispute started. She swears it's because she became cool with Queen. But it was actually when I went in her chat when she was down in Brittany and accusing her of being on some kind of substance. And I went in there and I was like, that's not cool. That's not fair. And she was like, well, what about this? What about when it was done to me? What about when people accused me of being on a substance? And I told her in her chat that I wasn't around back then.
I would have said the same to her.
I would have absolutely stood up for her on that.
Well,
But that is when our dispute started.
Oh, sorry, I didn't. I'm just fired up. I'm so sorry. I almost spoke right over you. Well, guess what, bitch? Here's the thing. Wolfie never accused her of being on drugs in those videos. She literally argued with people. Her and I talked privately, and she told me when the whole world was accusing Brittany, and we were talking about our opinions, she literally told me, I don't know. I wouldn't know. She said, I didn't know Nod was like connected to drugs. I just meant like falling asleep. She didn't. So you don't get to put that on her. Oh, the whole time it was Wolfie accusing her. No, she didn't.
And I can testify to the fact that in the background, I've also conversated with Wolfie about this, and Wolfie agreed that it wasn't fair to put drugs on Brittany. And Wolfie herself was like, bro, I thought maybe she's just sleepy.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
I don't understand. I don't
But
understand.
Granny thinks she knows everything. She knows all aspects of it, and therefore she has this righteous indignation. Look it up, Granny. But you don't. You're just screaming and ranting and raving. When the fact remains, you both do the same shit to each other. And nonsense. If you want to do a true history, pull out both sides of the history.
Oh, yeah, that's the whole point. I can't pull up both sides of history. I didn't have time to do that overnight. You know, I work. And I went to bed at 8:30 last night. Can y'all believe that shit? Anyways, I didn't have time to go into all of that, but I absolutely will if that's what's necessary. I felt like this panel was unfair. It was all one-sided. And for people to be up here, it'd be different if it was just Granny up here one side and everything. But you got people like Nonsense who's supposed to be based on facts and the truths and does real timelines. You failed.
Listen, we're not accusing you. Brittany said, I'm sober as a judge. We're not accusing you of being on anything. But we're not good. I mean, we can't lie about what we've seen. And you have fallen asleep multiple times mid-sentence, girlfriend. And so something's going on. And like I said, it doesn't have to be drugs. It could be a host of many things. But I don't know. Granny got pissed though when people called her out and said, "Don't accuse people of drugs. That's not right to put on people without any actual proof."
And that's why I say when I do speak on it, right? If I'm reviewing somebody who's reviewing her dozing off or nodding out or whatever the fuck y'all want to call it, I say, like, if nothing else, my criticism to Brittany J, if nothing else, is try to change things up. Try to work out a schedule. If it is indeed you being sleepy or falling asleep, just being so exhausted, try to figure out another way, a different time slot to do your streams so that doesn't happen. Because as long as that happens, it's going to be used. It's going to be weaponized. I can't force you to do a schedule or, figure out another way that it can work better for you. All I can do is say that I hope you do so that this can stop.
So Nanya put this. I switched on you, Jones, because I have control of the stream yard.
Bitch.
But here's this. Since we're talking about it, here's the proof right here.
Some weird shit that's been happening the last couple of days. I'm not even kidding.
The Lulu from the Blue, or maybe the Blue. Who knows?
Wow, I didn't hear that.
I thought I heard somebody upstairs. Nobody's upstairs.
Did you upload yours too, Texas? Because this is BS, man. Even if I slow it, if we speed it, if we keep it at right.
This isn't Wolfie's video she's playing.
No, and this is the stream. Oh, this is the stream that I went in on and confronted. Okay, go ahead.
We know, Brittany, don't talk.
Craig's in the spare room.
Let's go to normal.
Where I heard somebody upstairs. Man, I'm losing my mind.
Oh, MJ said it is her video.
And I'm gonna tell you another thing.
Well, this is normal.
Because I don't even like having my camera on.
Thank
when
you.
I'm looking down to at my God.
What? Because the comments started calling you out for nodding. When I look down, I don't face plant my mic. Stop it. Stop it.
Okay. Hold on.
Oh,
I got to start talking about something else. I'm freaking myself out. I don't care if you look down, you look up, or stare at the ceiling. It's okay. Well, yeah, it's just crazy because I'm looking down and they think I'm sleeping.
Was that looking down? Was that looking down? No, we're not doing. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't put your shit on me, Brittany. Take some fucking accountability in life.
Period.
Take
You
some
too.
accountability in life. The fact that she has the nerve to still even putting herself nodding out is somehow my fault. Like, you people see this, right? We're seeing this, right?
Yes.
This is unbelievable.
She's
I
falling
would have
asleep.
believed more that it was AI than to blame that this was happening, that this happened because of me.
Or whatever they think I'm doing.
Saying that Nana and reality wins, Britt can't come back. We can end it by you both dropping down, clean out the
So I think point proven, sped up, slow down. It doesn't change the fact you were not.
I got them from Lynn Smart. I'll have to look and see what the name of them are again.
Squinting your eyes with glasses, right?
What?
What are they?
Listen, I'm all about somebody closing their eyes when they're thinking, but you don't close your eyes and your head starts to bobble when you're thinking. I want you all to try it right now. Close your eyes and think about what I'm saying. Does your head start to fall forward? No. Now, I know it's a big old noggin over there full of empty air, but I know damn well closing your eyes does not make your head go forward. The fact that you would even try to argue this instead of just owning it and or ignoring it baffles me.
I don't know how far you want us to go, Nanya, but okay, so it is Wolfie's video. Again, my apologies for that. But if you read Wolfie's comments, she's not accusing Brittany J of being on substances. She's saying that if this was anybody else, you guys would, Brittany and her crew would be analyzing it to death. And I agree with that statement. They would have
Like
been.
Chris and Katie and their alcohol and all, and their how swollen they are. Look how bad they look. Yeah, no joke. They have a missing kid. Now, I just want to say this though, because I'm going to be honest. And Brittany, you're here. I truly have watched this and been 100% worried and concerned you were doing something besides just falling asleep. But to be fair to her, from being friends with her, I remember her telling me that she sleepwalks and she'll push herself and won't get any sleep, and she'll be falling asleep in the kitchen and things like that from exhaustion. At the time, she did tell me that because we talked, because I'm a sleepwalker. So I remember this. So, to be fair to her, but regardless.
Brittany, Wolfie, do you guys want to take a link?
Here's my
think
thing,
Wolfie's
right?
at work.
I think one of the issues with history is the history books a lot of times are written from one person's perspective, and there are a lot of facts in normal U.S. history, world history, whatever history you want to talk about, that are left out when a specific side is telling the story. I think if you cannot claim yourself to call things out and ignore a humongous part of history.
That's my point.
I didn't know about this video until yesterday. And so I went and watched the video. And then I went and watched what Granny said about it, right? Granny's insinuation does not match. So Wolfie is saying, there's some reason you're nodding out, right? She doesn't say, oh, it's from drugs, or oh, it's from this, right? She doesn't say she's falling asleep. She doesn't claim one way or the other. What she's actually calling out is, stop saying it's technical issues when we can all see with our own eyeballs. Right? And that, again, she called that shit out. That's what she wanted to do. But I respect the fuck that when people took that and twisted it as a harmful thing against Brittany and to weaponize it against her as a mother for her children, Wolfie was like, fuck that. You're not using my content to try and turn around and bash this person in this way. That's gross. I'm taking the shit down. And she took it down at that point.
Yep.
And that's the whole reason.
And that's when, to me, and everybody is very well aware of how, what was done to Wolfie by Brittany. I know she has acknowledged it recently, but she doesn't have this loyalty or love for Brittany, right? Or care for Brittany in that way, but she can see that wrong is wrong when you take that context and you turn it into something that it's not because of your own feelings. That is wrong.
Yeah.
I'm pretty mind blown by the fact, I just want Wendy V to go ahead and do a live stream because Friday is coming. where she's living. I think Friday, maybe tomorrow. But I want her to do a live stream because she's over here like, I got a receipt for this, I got a receipt for that. And a lot of it I didn't know. And I seen somebody earlier in the chat is like, what is the point of discussing this stuff, right? For me, what I did take away from the stream that they did yesterday, because I did watch most of it until we is up there running her fucking mouth about something nobody even cares or understands. So
Period.
that part, I have to get over that part. And so I just fast forward through her speaking. But the part I took away from what they were showing is a lot of what Brittany says right now is happening to her. She has said those things were happening to her before. And so they're working on establishing this pattern of behavior within Brittany. And I don't have a problem with that. Like, I have no loyalties to Brittany, right? The
I didn't
problem
disagree
is,
with
though,
it.
is when you sit next to people who have similar patterns of behavior and you look the other way for their behaviors, but you want to point out and put on a bulletin board under a microscope and under fucking, what's the light that the detectives put on? So the spotlight. There you go. Sorry. But you want to put a spotlight on this one person's behavior. Meanwhile, you ignore everything else around you.
Yeah.
Like, that's where, like, that's
not
the reason
fair.
why. The other thing I want to point out is I'm so fucking sick. I don't understand. I'm sorry. I'm going to go on a rant for a second and then I'll shut up. I don't understand why people are so upset at our fucking opinion. And you call us the HOA. The HOA is fucking dead. Get over it. And most of you who are saying the HOA don't even know who the fucking HOA members are. But that's besides the point, too. Also, you keep saying the moral high horse is the moral authority. Here's the thing. I'm holding you to the fucking morals you said you had at one point in time. What happened to your own fucking morals? Why did you throw them out the door? You don't blame somebody else, because nobody else is responsible for you going back on what you said you stood for.
Hate.
So that's the only moral I hold anybody to, is the morals that they told me that they hold true for themselves. Also, you cannot sit up there and yell about me holding you to those moral standards while you're yelling at Brittany for not upholding your moral standards.
Yes.
Bitch,
God,
shut the fuck up, all of you. I
You say
would love
it
to
so
see every
much
single one of
better.
you take a challenge, all of you, for 4 solid fucking weeks. Do not talk about each other. Do not acknowledge, do not respond, and see what happens with your content. Because I can guarantee every single one of you would take a hit financially. Every one of you would take a hit financially.
Yep. Even me.
And you won't do it. Because you're all pussies. That's why. You like to fight. Nobody here said we don't like drama.
Meow. Listen, I love it because Nunya comes in, because we have these conversations in the background, and Nunya, y'all know I'm bad at putting my thoughts across because I got so many things going on at once in my head, and I don't know which one. I don't know how to filter out what I want to say. So I love when Nunya comes up here and she says the same thing I say, but even better. That's why we're covering this, because it is one-sided, and you got somebody up there on the panel that is supposed to be a fair human being and look at all facts and all truths, and she's just sitting here co-signing a one-sided debate, basically.
Yeah. I've never talked about kids or putting off that impression when, okay, you call it talking about parenting, but you have the horrific accusations that have been made about Brittany. I mean, I'm sorry, but it went really low. And I'll tell you this, I've heard multiple times recently, she put my medical records up on the screen. Well, here's the thing. No, she didn't. I mean, and I guess she kind of did because she was reading your community post and showed what you posted.
Where she put her own medical records out.
But that's it. So the twisting and it's not true. The things that are being told are not true, while thousands of people just eat it up. It's frustrating.
They don't want to take the time to go see what actually happened. And I don't blame them. There's so many times I don't want to take the time to go see what actually happened. But then, I'm going to have to look like a fool when it gets proven that I, didn't get it right. And Allie's 1,000% right. She was reading your community post where you put your information. So how does that now get twisted into her breaking HIPAA? I've heard Granny scream breaking HIPAA so many times, like, girl, that's not breaking HIPAA. Brittany's not your medical professional. She can't break HIPAA.
Right.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what it is. That's the only reason I cover this, DJW, because a lot of these people have nothing to do with the Granny and BJ beef. But yet they're inserting themselves. And that's when it becomes a dog pile. And they'll use the injunction or whatever, Brittany J did in the Sebastian case as a reason to attack her personally, because Nonsense did used to come out and correct misinformation and call bad actions out that was going on over there. But then it turned into nitpicking at her religious beliefs, nitpicking at her kids, nitpicking at her husband or boyfriend, whatever y'all want to say.
For God's sakes, they did an entire stream about a fucking tag that she left on a new shirt.
Yes.
A tag on a damn shirt. That's how, again, y'all have lost it. Absolutely lost it. They can't go on. Two of these people have been at a beach or near palm trees and have streamed every fucking day right there poolside.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah,
You went on a vacation and spent your vacation online talking about Brittany J?
Sure did, because if she wasn't live, she was in the chat.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And this is just some of the proof that Call It As I See It put out of the things that she's saying about Brittany that could be pointed back at her as well. It says Granny's watching says herself she started her channel to take Natasha Cooper down.
Yeah.
Number 2, Granny's watching making threats to dox kids and exes of creators she didn't like and using an alt channel to put out info, but she wonders why allegedly Brittany J thinks she is behind channels. Number 3, hold on. Okay, so this one's number 2.
What was number 1?
That
That was saying she started to go after. I disagree. My entire channel was built on Natasha Cooper not deserving a platform, to be honest. Okay.
Okay, and then this one is making threats to dox kids and exes of creators she didn't like and using an alt channel to put out info.
Oh,
So that's
shit,
what
y'all
number
better
2
be
is.
good. MJ's here.
Hey, MJ.
Okay. That's number 2.
Wow.
Let me find her daughter's social media
too. I'll do it all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who she's talking about, but I know she made a fucking post this morning talking about finding this other person's kids' information to put on Kiwi Farms. And
fucking making her cry.
I thought that was, I've got that post. Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, that's something else. It's two totally different situations, but I don't, who is she talking about here? Does anybody know? Oh, let me see what the post says.
It just says making threats to dox kids and exes of
I
creators
think
she
that
didn't like.
it might be the DeLorean because they were going back and forth pretty bad, and Granny was she even had made comments about the young lady needing Vagisil because she could have been essayed, and there
Yeah.
are receipts for this stuff. I'm telling I don't know
Does
where
it
they
matter
are
who it was about, though? It just shows that she is willing to do the thing she's accusing Brittany J of doing, which Brittany J may have, but you are doing it too.
But to be fair, I'm not trying to, I'm not simping for anybody, but to be fair, right? What if this was during a time where she's going back and forth and shit is getting nasty, right? And she made some choices to select things that weren't the best or to do digging or go behind the scenes and do shit, right? And then she thought about it afterwards and she doesn't do that now. Like, I don't know if she does that right now, but I think of and I know Jones's, the FOIA start or whatever, but I think of that. Like, that's not your proudest moment, right? And you wouldn't do it again. You've learned from that situation. But if somebody in 2026 or 2027 brings that up again, it's like, well, you haven't done it in those. I don't know when that screenshot is from. But to me, it's like, okay, well.
But this is the part of the history, Nunya. Like if Nonsense is over there going to play one side of the history, well, there was another side happening at the same time.
And that's the point.
There's got to be a check and a balance.
Because Granny kept referencing 2022, 2023. So to me, if she's able to go back, so can anybody else. This is a screenshot of what her post was today. I woke up to a screenshot of BJ's mod. Misinformation, seeking information on my kids and threatening them. If anyone knows this woman's information, I want it now. Thank you. And I agree with that. I would want it too. Here is what it said. Misinformation 567. Couldn't have said that better myself. Oh, and someone give me Granny's kids info. I'll make sure it gets on Kiwi Farms. She deserves that.
No,
That's
the fuck
fucking
she does.
disgusting.
It is
No.
disgusting.
That's fucking disgusting. Nobody deserves for them or their children to be on a site that specifically trolls to the point of harassment, to where people have ended their life because the harassment that they've received. Nobody deserves that. And kids at that, like, I don't know. Let me tell you this. I'm not telling any other creator what to do, so please don't take it that way. But if this person is allowed in your chat, you need to know that one day you may piss them off and they may feel like your kids deserve that shit.
Absolutely. And you can tell this comment was left on the Hurt Lip page because the Hurt Lip hearted it. But this is actually a screenshot of the real misinformation. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's right here in the middle.
Yeah,
She's not a mod.
Yeah,
It's a
she's not a
different
mod,
one.
and it's a different handle and name.
Yeah.
Well,
So just to help you out, Granny.
This
I
is what
don't- I
they
don't
do
know.
though, this back and forth of like your mod did this or this person in your chat, and it's but then
Not
when
even
it flips
true.
onto their side, no, you can't hold me accountable for what someone in my chat said or what my mod said. They're their own person. Then it has to work both ways. You have to apply
Yes.
that logic both
Mhm.
ways. That's all I'm saying. So
Number 3, let me keep going. Number 3, bragging about how much money she raised and didn't do anything with it. Or nothing that it was raised for. And making threats that LH was next for legal action.
she's
Wish you
gotten
could
over
see my Cash App something then.
$800 within hours, but then
And
never did
then
anything of it.
you were up to 605, your fundraiser, and I got 365 through other avenues. I told blank, let LH know she's next. Okay.
That's Lindsay, yeah.
Okay. And then
Who's
the
LH?
That's the one I was just talking about with her daughter and everything. The DeLorean.
Oh,
And
okay.
so then there's another screen drop that says, good Nunya, Jones and First screenshot is Granny's watching bragging about using the N-word. I have their original without the word covered if needed. Before we continue on to this, did she apologize? That would matter to me.
I know.
Did she
Deep had mentioned-
apologize? And did she do it again after?
I think I don't remember her apologizing, but I do remember her coming on and saying, look, sometimes I get that and I say stuff privately that I don't say publicly. And at least I don't say it publicly type of thing. I know Dietz pressed her for an apology on one of these things. And I don't know if she ever answered you, to be honest, where it was at. She said she did, but I don't know where it is.
And
Oh,
the lower part of the screenshot is showing. So now I'm really going to go clip Nat A saying her best friend says the full blown N word. Truth be told, I'm about to go live and say the N word repeatedly. Maybe I'll throw in a few N word lets too. Okay. The rest are texts between Granny and Lycan. Natasha is about to play a video of you that says masturbating. They're participating in revenge porn. That's what Granny said to Lycan. Lycan says, what the fuck? She said, yeah, I've reported. Let me click on it. See if it shows more. Okay. Yeah, I've reported, but I also want you to know if she knows it's revenge porn. He said, okay, thanks. And then she says, let's not forget Robbie masturbated for 48 hours on something on a hotel floor. I hope you drag
What
the
are they
fuck.
talking about? This is disgusting.
I hope you drag the fuck out of Dalton Hannah Hannah's boyfriend, pull the victim of sexual harassment on the internet.
So I believe this, and Melissa could probably know too. I believe this is with Lycan, and they're talking about Natasha. Dalton is Natasha's boyfriend. Hannah is Natasha's child. And this is when, because they were fighting, and Lycan was really upset with Natasha. And Granny said, "Here is this trauma diary." She gave pages out of Natasha's niece's diary to Lycan and told him, he's like, "I'm going to put it out." And she said, "As you should. And I have this, this, and that too." And I think this is part of that conversation, but that's who those people are.
Yeah,
The most
this is Granny to like him.
The most alarming part of this to me is pull the victim of sexual harassment on the internet. I have her dad's obituary, Dalton's ex-wife's obituary, comments from Dalton's daughters that how they hate Natasha and her kids, pics of Natasha's mom, diary entries by her niece. You can have it all. Natasha's ex-husband. He says, "I'll expose it." She says, "As you should. Fuck her. I said fuck. Fuck her. I'll fly to Florida and fuck Lindsay too." So.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's my thoughts. It's part of the history, right? So it's necessary to go through because she's constantly showing the Brittany J stuff and clips and talking about things Brittany J has done. So it's only fair that this part of the history, which involves her bad actions, is shown too. What I will say is, does she still do this? I'm not 100% sure, but I feel kind of like she does because she just did it to Angela's Clips and Giggles. Just Another Troll was in Moon's chat where Angela's Clips and Giggles was, and Jat told Angela, I was there when it happened, I read it myself. Jat told Angela that Granny was sharing her kids behind the scenes, and Angela was like, "Well, I can't just take your word for it. I would need to see it. Can you email me the proof?" Jat said yes. Next thing you know, Angela's turned against Granny. And that was recently. So are you still behaving like this, or are you sorry you behaved like this back then and now you're doing it again? I'm not sure.
Well, I think that she knows, in my opinion, she got a lot of heat for some of this stuff, and this is when like everybody was like, "Oh, wow, she left the internet, she came back, she had a different tune." I believe that she knows, she wants to have a YouTube channel. She wants, so she has to walk the line, like we see other people do, where you can't really continue to do this because you're trying to grow a channel and you don't want the backlash. I don't know though. But I think that she's watching, that's.
Is everybody muted?
I'm not now. I muted myself for a second, but I want you guys to hear the parts about you guys from yesterday and the debunking of the petty screenshot. And if we don't get there, you want me to just play it through my computer speaker? Because I clipped it. If we don't get there before Jonesing has to leave at 1:45?
Yeah, I think we'll probably have to come back. But Just Another Troll did say that Angela has all the messages. It's not my family to show or tell, but she is in receipt of all the messages. So
Yes.
she did send them over.
I
So
assumed
that she could review
did.
that for herself.
Yeah, I assumed that she did send the messages because I seen Jat tell Angela in the chat. I think she said she was working at the moment, but she would absolutely be emailing them over. And the very next thing I knew, Angela was calling Granny out. So I assumed that Jat sent the proof that Angela needed.
Yeah, Jill. So while I can respect that for sure, on the internet, 100%, I think the issue that I have is he is a part of her history, and when you're going over somebody's history, that's it is part of the history. So how do you leave that out? There's certain parts that I don't particularly think that anybody's going to go into, but I don't. It'd be impossible to not talk about some of their interactions. So
But why would somebody not want it spoken about? If it's okay for one, it's okay for all. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Well, she doesn't want, she's worried that mentioning Lycan with the current order is going to like get him all worked up again and put her putting her at risk. But I also feel like
if it does, she
like,
can
you
handle
can't,
it. She'll handle it.
yeah,
Court
not only that, you can't go over somebody's history
and not
and
expect
like
it.
you have no consideration for what that history may bring upon another person, but then expect everybody to care. Like, obviously, you know, that nobody wants that risk at all, but she's doing a history lesson, right? And we're learning, like, there's a lot she talked about we don't know, and we don't trust her word on things. Like, sorry,
No.
not sorry. She lies and puts a spin on things that isn't always the truth. So I'm absolutely going to question it. And so, of course, now all these other people are coming and they're saying, no, did you know she's done this same exact thing when she did blah, 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 blah. So
Mm-hmm.
how is she calling Brittany out for it when her own actions are the same, right? And so that's a part of history. That's just my stance.
I agree.
Right.
So where do we go from here? Do we want to play some more? Or is there...
You want me
Well,
to
how
play
much
those
time do
clips
you
or?
have? Because
Yeah.
I missed everything.
Well, the stream can go as long as y'all need it to go, because Deets can end it.
Yeah.
But we want to
Yeah.
do it with you, but
Well,
you
I'll
know.
still be there. I'll just be, I'll be on my phone and have you in my
Oh,
ear.
okay. Oh, awesome. Okay. Well, I mean, it's up to you. Like the two clips, it's shortly after this. I don't know how far, and it's just a couple minutes where they're like, the rocket scientist. The one thing that pissed me off was, well, since it's proven that Craig said that, and the hate thing.
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot about that. Yes, okay. We were asked if, let me look. I can search keywords on that. Apologize. No,
Yeah.
we are not going to apologize.
I wouldn't trust anything that comes from them now, the ones that tried to debunk it. That just shows you, she literally said, that just shows you they make fake messages. What? No, not true.
And then Clue tells her, well, I did post the video of Petty clicking on his name. Or she said she played it and that she would put it as a video. But from what Petty said in here in my chat was that she sent it to Clue. Clue played a portion of it because it had private information in it. So which is it? You didn't apologize. No, not only that, but when you go, let me see.
Hi, MJ.
Hi.
I'm glad you're up here now.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi. I missed everything.
I'm glad you made it.
Yeah, I came up when I could. So I have no
Look at
idea
you
what's going on.
participating in drama and you don't even do drama.
How dare you?
How dare you?
I know. Which again, yeah, there's a difference between watching drama, observing drama, enjoying it from afar, and wanting to be in the drama. There's a big difference. So I just want to say that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know everything we spoke about. I feel like probably everything I would have wanted to said would have already been said, and now we're on to the next.
And Gigi said, "The audacity."
The audacity.
We didn't even get to the parts really where you come up, Melissa, but it's the same old same. Like I said, I was telling them, I have a post from 2 years ago responding to her trying to say the same shit, oh, they're not all sweet, or they're like about both of us for years, so it's, I don't know.
I don't claim to be. I don't think anyone would describe me necessarily as sweet.
Well, that was about me, but we both pretend we're not in the drama and we're secret. Well, dude, we're in the chats proudly speaking our minds. I don't know.
Well, and again, I just don't like you don't do the stuff on your channel. Like, why would you? If you have a true crime channel, why would you?
Why would you do the drama?
Right. Like, if I'm a cooking channel, I'm not gonna bring gaming to that channel and expect the cooking audience to want to see that. But again, watching from afar and partaking in conversations, what you're viewing, is not the same as being in the drama, privately. Being in the drama privately behind the scenes would consist of sending screenshots or giving it to other creators to incite those lives to happen and pretend that your hands are clean.
Yeah.
Watching and observing and discussing what you're seeing is not the same as being involved in the drama.
Okay, wait. I wanted to acknowledge a
found it.
couple of things.
Okay.
She did offer the $50. Allegedly, she says it was just a joke. No laughing faces with it, but now she says it was a joke. So take that for what you want. Nope,
What are you
not
talking
today.
about?
That is Wee Frosty Ewok, the person on the panel that you're asking about on the screen. And then Call It As I See It wants you to know that I can't believe two women who only talk drama. Wait, now you just moved my thing. Hold on.
Oh, sorry. I was talking shit to Moon.
Okay, hold on. I
Sorry.
can't believe two women who only talk drama in private are on panel during a drama live. I'm clipping this. And then they laughed.
Wait, who said that?
Call It As I See It. They're just messing with you. I don't know if it's but they're just messing with you guys. Like the audacity.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, I think I found the part about the screenshot. Let's listen. Because Nunya did a video on this, and Deets also covered it on her live stream.
In the background. And will you do me a favor? Will you go back to that original clip you played? If Brent will entertain me for a moment.
The best thing Petty could do to show they're not fake is to screen record and click his name and show that it goes to his account.
Yes, that's what we've been saying. Yes.
That's what we said.
She did.
Oh, where was that ever played?
Yeah, I played it on my show. I played the screen recording of her opening it. It is a 100% legitimate message.
You should upload that as its own singular little video.
Oh, I should do that as a short, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, because it'll be too hard to go through and find it all.
He messaged her, and you know why he messaged her? It was made very apparent because he apparently messaged her after the very first live, right? And then he said something like, "Is that the one from Scotland?"
Right. When Brittany said, "Did you message Petty?" and he said, "Who's Petty?" He said, "Oh, is that the one from Scotland?" Well, in the message he writes to Petty and says, "Oh, you're from Scotland."
And it was already said, right? He already had said that to her. Not to mention, last night he gave it away again because he was in the background and she got pissed, and I think that's why she got off so fast. He was in the background talking about how there were messages to Petty in his inbox, and
skirt. Hold up.
Fucking lie.
That's a lie. Let's go over
He
here.
literally. Oh, you have it.
I got Call It
Oh,
As I
there
See
you go.
It.
Play it for themselves. Yep, there you go.
Why is it not pulling up? I just typed her in. Call it.
Go to your history. You just watched a video of, or you just went to their. Oh no, that was community post. So go to the tag. There you go.
Here we go. All right, let's listen to this, and then we'll play that again.
One time. Craig told me not even address it at all, but you motherfucker, I'm gonna address it.
Oh,
I'm
let me
gonna let you know
slow it down. Let me slow it down.
There's no exposing anything. She sent him a message prior to her fabricating messages saying hey to him, and he was looking to see if it was still there. Obviously, the message he pulled up isn't going to be the message that she fabricated. He was looking to see if the legitimate message where she said hey and he never responded was there. I'm sorry that you have to twist everything, but when your people's karma is going to be real, I'm telling you. That's all I have to say. And anybody want to know what the hell I'm talking about, just read the comment. I'm not even.
Do you think it's fun? Does it give?
And the comment says, probably arguing. Craig told on himself about the messages. Ha ha ha. That everyone said are fake. Don't believe? Watch the last few minutes of the live that just ended. So, Call It As I See It is about to play that.
Does it tickle you? Do you think it's funny and exciting, or you're so hateful you just want to destroy us that bad?
It's desperation.
It's definitely that.
All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and
Is it
go.
in my thing when she was messaging me? Is it still there, or did you get rid of it?
I never went in your messages like that. So if it's in there, well, you wouldn't have it, baby, because you didn't talk to her. So
No, I think it stays. I mean, out of all the ones I talked to,
So right there, what she's saying is you didn't respond.
how many there are in there? Come on. I'm trying to see where it was.
damn.
I thought it was
There's
in there.
Center.
Yeah.
Tess Mac. Girl, you messaging my man.
Is that your friend?
No, that's a hater.
Yeah, she's.
Tess Mac? Did I catch that right? So Tess Mac is messaging him too?
Listen.
Y'all are messy as fuck.
I don't
think
know.
so.
I don't know what the messages were, right? What I will say though is if you follow somebody and they follow you back, right? Like it's a mutual following on TikTok, you will show up like now you can message this person.
Mm-hmm.
So that does happen. I don't
Yes.
know if there were actual messages inside of that message or if she was just looking at the list of people who had messaged and seen that. I don't know.
But he didn't say I messaged her. What he said was she messaged me.
Yeah, she messaged hey.
I do want to just say, like, because Tess is my friend. I don't believe she would ever message him. I think what's happened is they followed each other, and it's just in the inbox. You
That
know what I
thing
mean?
that Nunya's talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I
Because
don't see
it'll
her
send
ever
up like a
doing that.
thing. It'll send a thing saying you can message each other now with like a wavy hand thing.
Yes.
So that could be what it was. That's why I was like, Tess Mac? No.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But I don't. You know, that's just my
I
guess.
think it automatic, like Ali said, and I'm not too familiar with TikTok, but when you follow, I think if you look at like just your inbox, it'll show as if they're there, but no messages exchanged.
Right.
If I'm correct, I don't know it too well.
I've got a
Yes,
bunch
you're right.
that are like that. So, I mean, listen, we're not saying that Petty and Craig have never texted before. What we're saying is her proof message is fake, and there ain't no going back on it. We'll let it keep playing though.
Tess Mac, see her on there?
Oh, is that the one you took? I thought you said
That nurse life person, I don't know her name, but I recognize that picture. Yep. What you messaging my man for, Tess?
I thought it was. I don't know. There was one in there. Maybe she deleted it or something.
He said he thought it was her and that maybe she deleted it or something. He's hard to hear.
I didn't even know what she looked like till she messaged me. Like a damn horse.
That's filtered. All right, anyway. What's up, Sinner? You wouldn't have the text if it's fake. Right, he's not looking for the fake text. Oh, wait a minute. She sent you a message saying, hey?
I thought it was on TikTok, yeah.
I didn't know she messaged you.
I didn't even know if it was really her or not. I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute. She sent you a message saying, hey?
I thought it was on TikTok, yeah.
I didn't know she messaged you.
I didn't even know if it was really her or not. I don't know. It's been forever ago. I think it's gone now. It's been forever ago. I think it's gone now. Shows you how much I care.
Why would it be gone?
Maybe because you blocked everybody?
No. Does messages disappear, y'all, if you block people? I don't even know what her name is. I mean, I think it is Petty AF.
Yeah, there was one Petty something at one point.
Oh.
So, yeah, I mean, like, there's fucking countless posts.
Good God.
You know what I mean? Like, why would I be talking to you? I don't think it was sex. Nobody really messaged me.
I don't
They're
understand
not smart
people.
enough to even use sex.
It's unbelievable. Oh, well, there you go. If you block somebody, you no longer can see any comments or chat. I don't know. Y'all want to go talk about true crime?
I do. I'm trying to talk about these fucking midgets.
All right, guys. I love y'all. I'm going over to the main channel. I'll be over there in just a few minutes.
So y'all just heard it for yourselves. He did not say he messaged Petty, but we're gonna rewind this and play it real quick again.
I don't get it. Wouldn't it be so easy just to take a damn?
Very apparent.
Oh, sorry, MJ. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're fine. That was nothing. I was just saying it would be so much easier just to take a damn screenshot, a screen recording, right, to prove if he did message something so inappropriate. Just screen record and show you clicking on the account, right to the account. It's his account. There you go. Seems simple.
Right. It does seem simple, and that's what we kept telling Petty is like, because she kept saying the screen recording she sent Clue had private information in it, is what she said. So we were like, yeah, right. That was my question, but she insinuated that it was like private stuff outside of that DM of hers. So I was like, well, then why wouldn't you just screen record clicking on the name?
Right. Crop it, or at least start the screen recording from inside the message and then click on the little bubble that'll bring you to the account and it'll show that it's the account. Or just crop it. You could crop it to where it only shows what you want it to show. Look at all these, look at all these clip channels and all the doodles over and the bubbles and the text. You're telling me we can't manage to put 2 blocks above and below so you can't see any other messages?
Well, especially if it was a screen recording sent to Clue. Clue and Cletus abso-fucking-lutely know how to blur out and block out stuff if they need to. So it just doesn't make, I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense. But let's listen to this one more time.
The best thing Petty could do to show they're not fake is to screen record and click his name and show that it goes to his account.
Yeah.
She did.
Oh, where was it ever played?
Yeah, I played it on my show. I played the screen recording of her opening it. It is a 100% legitimate message.
You should upload that as his own singular little video.
Oh, I should do that as a short, huh?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
because it'll be too hard to go through and find it all. And then
he messaged her, and you know why he messaged her? It was made very apparent because he apparently messaged her after the very first live, right? And then he said something like, is that the one from Scotland?
Right. When Brittany said, did you message Petty? And he said, who's Petty? He said, oh, is that the one from Scotland? Well, in the message, he writes to Petty and says, oh, you're from Scotland?
And it was already said, right? He already had said that to her. Not to mention, last night, he gave it away again because he was in the background and she got pissed. And I think that's why she got off so fast. He was in the background talking about how there were messages to Petty in his inbox, and now they're gone.
Oh, he admitted that he had messages in his inbox from Petty?
And that what he said? He was saying there were messages from her, and now they're gone. And she said, well, I didn't go through your inbox or anything like that, but
And this is what happens when you have hate wax in your ears. You don't hear things for what they actually are.
If you block someone, the messages go away.
So basically, she admits that she saw them. Because she didn't say to him, what do you mean there's messages to Petty in
Right.
there?
If he didn't delete them, she did.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, that kind of shoots down your rocket scientist breakdown over there, doesn't it?
That's what I'm saying, man. Some people are just too stupid to be sneaky. It is what it is. And,
But these people that are trying to back up Brittany right now, cover for her and say, like, those messages were clearly overlaid. And look, we're going to show you why. Again, you're giving away that you all clearly overlay messages because you would assume somebody else would do that. 2, he himself admitted the messages were there. So now what does that say about your genius breakdown? Now you
Where did you hear an admission, bitch?
Let me tell you this. First of all, she never listened to it. She's going off what Clue says. Second, I actually have just gone through 4 of Clue's last streams. So the last 4 days, and some of that goes into last week. And not one bit of screen recording is shown in her streams. It's not hard to go look for it. So maybe they put it out more than 4 days ago. That's as far as I've gotten since I've heard this, heard you going over this. Second, thank you so much for the compliment of being a rocket scientist. I've never been given that title on YouTube, but I'll definitely go ahead and print out my certificate for that. I've been deemed a rocket scientist. Thank you so much. And then lastly, I'd like to say, the day I put out a screenshot proving or saying that this is 100% proof, a screenshot of something other than like a live chat you can go look up or something like that, or a community post, because you can delete that. That can't be like, well, I'm not going to say it can't be duplicated, but it's pretty hard to duplicate that because of the pixels. But the day that I put out screenshots to prove that you said something that you never said, call my ass out.
Absolutely.
Tell me, go get a screen recording of some shit then.
Like she just said Petty could do. And that's what I'm saying. You're right. She's just taking what Clue's saying as the gospel. And it's not at all. Clue didn't even hear what he said correctly. But let's not even, okay, let's keep listening, because I think she asks for an apology from us.
You're giving away that.
Huh?
Can I just say also, because I'm getting really tired of if you dare to question, right, or don't run with, yep, that happened, that you are simping for Brittany or you are defending Brittany. Because I feel like
that's what it's been.
They want you to take one side or the other versus taking it
refuse.
situation by situation, event by event, and determining, hey, do you agree with it? Do you not agree with it? Do you believe it? Do you not agree with it? But it's a real cult-like mentality when you either have to be on one side or the other. And that's a big problem. So I don't like the, oh, you're simping for Britney if you dare to say, hey, that looks faked, versus unbiasedly observing the situation, looking at these screenshots, and I don't necessarily believe it. And that's okay to say, even if you aren't on Britney's side.
Yeah, that's been my one of the biggest points I've been trying to make, MJ, is like, just because I don't stand for her being bullied the way she is doesn't mean I love her. Doesn't mean I want to be her bestie. Doesn't mean I'm a Britney J simp. I just view her as a human being. It doesn't go past that for me.
It's a very
And
childish way of thinking. Sorry. That's all I was going to say.
go ahead, Ali. Sorry. The other point too, though, is if right, if the screenshot was true and there really was a screen recording out there showing her with the message, clicking on his name, all that, right? We actually talked about it yesterday when we first heard that part that had happened and the apology was requested when we heard a clip of it, and we're like, okay, well, let's go watch. So we start going and looking in Britney's stream of where this happened to have happened at. And we listen and we're like, no, he does not say, I messaged Petty that stuff. Did you delete it? He says, Petty messaged me, hey, did you delete it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So even if that's the case, right? Let's just say his response to her, hey, is the, are you from Scotland comment? We could talk after my live or whatever. Where is that in Petty's message? Where's the hey, Petty? It still means Petty slid into his DMs to start with, if that's the case. So show me that. Why isn't that on her screenshot? Why would you take that off of your screenshot? That's why I question it. It's a lie.
It also, Nunya, is we don't know if Craig's a liar or not. We don't pretend to know who he is as a person, right? So he could very well be lying. We don't know, but we're going off of what Petty showed. And also, even if, right, let's say that he did message her first. Do y'all see, is it possible? What if this message was real? Is it possible he knows that this is Britney J's enemy, one of them, and he maybe wants to see if they can come to some agreement or understanding to get things to calm down? Because the message itself that they're claiming he sent to her is not a bad message. It's not a message trying to hit on her. It's not a message trying to be with her. It's literally just asking, are you the one from Scotland? Maybe we can talk sometime soon when I'm not live. To me, if that was a true message from him, that doesn't lend in my mind to sexual. It lends in my mind to, how can we make this stop? Can we have a conversation?
You want to know the craziest part about all of it truly is every single person who has called it a fake ass screenshot, including myself, right? If it was proven to be a true screenshot, I'd have no problem saying I was wrong.
Right.
They can't do that. They cannot say, I got that wrong. They have to turn it. They have to twist it. They have to make whatever excuse for it. The buts come right behind it. I was wrong, but no, I was wrong, period, if that was the case. I have no problem admitting if I got it wrong and apologizing to Petty if that's the case, if I got it wrong. I have no dog in that fight. I just don't think that it's right. Like, again, I see her in her chat. In his chat. I've seen what she has said. I'm going based off of Petty's own actions, not anything else.
And then when asked yesterday about her wanting to be, her begging to be on Turtle Island, I asked her, like, what, you just want to be near your newfound man or something? And her excuse was she was just trolling Turtle Island. No, the fuck she's not. She's inserting herself into stuff she has no business to be in. And bullying is not a troll. I'm sorry. It's just not. There's a difference in trolling. But like you said, just a second ago, if we're wrong, then cool. We'll say we're wrong. Can you do the same? No. But let's play this because we haven't heard the apology part yet.
You all clearly overlay messages because you would assume somebody else would do that. Two, he himself admitted the messages were there. So now what does that say about your genius breakdown? Now you gotta, keep throwing that one, huh?
I would suggest they just giving their opinions instead.
Yes.
Did you like that part, Nunya? Let's listen to Cletus.
You gotta, keep throwing that one, huh?
I would suggest they just stick to giving their opinions instead of trying to debunk shit that's already been proven to be true.
Oh, Cletus. Did we hurt your feelings because we debunked your video and
it was a
proved that you were
debunk,
not
too.
telling the full truth about that live stream? Is that what happened? That wasn't my opinion. That was fact. And that was right in real time debunked. I had not looked at that video very long before I hopped up on panel that night and broke it down for you. If you got it wrong in the first place to try and make it seem, that's the problem. When you are hate driven, you have these goggles on that make you and force you to try and make something seem like it is something that it's not. I don't have those hate goggles because I don't hate any of you. It's exhausting. Y'all have to be tired all the damn time. No wonder why you can't do anything but be online, because you could do that from the bed if you wanted to.
Well, what I felt, because we did that debunking in real live time. We wasn't planning on going over that. It was actually just me doing a late night stream. It was a Friday night. I didn't have to work Saturday. It was like I was about to go on vacation. It was like, fuck it, we'll stay up late. And somebody in chat was telling me about his debunking video about Brittany J and me and all of us being in Pink Dagger's chat. So it literally happened real time. We debunked your shit. I don't know why it's so hard to understand. You were on a live chat, but rewound in the live. So the chat was still current. There's
Cletus, I just want you to know, here's some unpopular opinions, okay? I think you can actually be pretty reasonable at times and sometimes fair, right? But I think it's also weird as fuck that you're all up in this mess for no reason, in my opinion, okay? Words on the internet, you guys say nobody should be bothered by them, right? I shouldn't be bothered by the comments that Clue has said, but you are bothered as hell about words that Brittany may have said, or Craig has said, or Kim has said. Everybody's words bother you, but nobody else should be bothered. That's my opinion. My opinion of your girlfriend, because a ring for 8 years doesn't make her a wife, okay? But my opinion of her, well, I'll withhold that because it's not appropriate for the internet.
And it's like, I don't know, Nunya. It's
also, why the fuck do you care about my opinion? Why does my opinion bother you so much? Why does anybody's opinion bother you so much?
Well, I can tell you what he's going to say to what you said a minute ago, which was something you're not involved in. He's going to say Brittany J allowing that to go down on her panel involves him about Clue's daughter and the ex and all that. That's what he's going to say. But let me remind you.
But why does my opinion, though, Jones, and why does my opinion that was absolutely wrong, right? That matters to him.
Right.
But then saying the stuff that they've done, like the stuff that has been said about her kids by his girlfriend with him sitting right there, that's wrong too. Why vote?
It's warranted. That's what they think. It's warranted. It's deserved.
I'm not an eye for an eye kind of person. I'm not a, two wrongs make a right kind of person. So I'm sorry if that bothers you, but that's never going to be who I am. So maybe just stop listening to my opinions. And if you don't like your shit debunked because you lie and the people around you lie in your videos, in your screenshots, then guess what? Don't fucking post them. Because if you post some shit that's a lie and it's wrong to lie, then absolutely I'm going to go ahead and debunk your shit. That's how it works on the internet. Congrats and welcome.
Yeah, it was ignorant for him to even state that, but you can tell him in injecting himself, or is that the right word? Inserting. Fuck. inserting himself right there to say maybe y'all should just stick to, you know, your opinions and not debunking the truth. That to me lets me know you are touched. You got touched by the debunking of your video, sir. Sorry, not sorry. You lied. You lied. And whether you intentionally lied or not, I can't say. Maybe you didn't connect the dots that, oh yeah, this live is still going. I rewound, so the chat's not, you know, the chat's still current. It's not going to match. Maybe he didn't put 2 and 2 together that way. But it doesn't negate the fact that it was still a lie.
Yeah, and again, maybe
don't
the
write
person
down.
who screen recorded it for him didn't tell him. Now, what I will say is I did receive, after that live stream, somebody sent me the screen recording of the stream, right? And they're behind as well. I was able to confirm that reality is there in the chat while the video is up on the screen of his kids. So I'll give him that part, right? But everybody else is not there during that time in the chat specifically.
But they're behind too in that video. Like, I don't,
Yeah,
it's
like
just,
I just, for me, like again, if you don't lie, nobody has to debunk it. You can take
Right.
your apology and shove it where the sun don't shine for me, because what am I apologizing for? Granny, why do you trust these people? These people lie and lie and lie. And they come up on your panel and they're like, yeah, he said it. He said that Petty,
'cause
he
so does
messaged
she.
Petty. And then it comes out that he did not actually say that. But you won't even take the time to do the research. Did he say that? Like, because me, I'd be like, wow, he said that? Where did he say that at? Did anybody clip that?
Well,
Because
that
I'm
was
going
the
to want to
fucking
go and
problem.
see it.
That was the fucking problem with chasing, and people were letting that shit skirt, and I refused to. Like, okay, Chasen was upset with B-Tim. I understood why Chasen was upset with B-Tim. But to me, it fell back on Granny as much as it did B-Tim running around spreading rumors, because Granny said herself she seen it in her chat, and instead of saying, well, do you have a timestamp for that? Do you got somewhere I can find that? She immediately ran with it and started taking digs at Chasen, which is where B-Tim got his information to run over to the Bees panel with. Verify.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
hard.
And even the things that like, and MJ and Alex can confirm this as well. Even the things that they tell us, right? Do I trust what they say is the truth? Absolutely. But I'll be like, can you show me? Like I asked him last night, can you show me where that happened? It's trust but verify.
Yes, you do, and we do it all with each other. You should. Yeah, the people you trust, you want to see it yourself. You need to. It's just important. But I tell you what, this is something that Granny and Brittany both, just to be truthful and fair, they will do this over and over. It's like if it keeps the fight going or it's on their side, like let's say they're live and someone comes in the chat, oh my God, this is happening over there. They're like, oh, it is? Oh my God. And they run with it.
Ellie, I do want to give credit right here though, because if I'm not mistaken, it was a stream me and Nunya and Deets were listening to the other day. It was yesterday. In her stream yesterday, she said that that's something, because I remember you in the chat saying you've told her time and time and time again she's got to stop running with what people comment and say. And she did. She acknowledged it. She said, I'm very bad at that. I need to stop it. I need to try to do better and verify things before I run with it. So I can give that kudos. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, because that it just keeps shit going, and people will, like, whether
They're
it's for a
trolling.
specific, people are assholes, you know.
Yeah, they're trolling. That's what they're doing. Let's let this finish playing just a little bit. Let's just let this finish playing. We might not even have nothing else to say.
Instead of trying to debunk shit that's already been proven to be true.
Yeah, stick to those high horses, ladies.
She knows that little boy messaged Petty. She knows it, and you can tell because now all of a sudden she has the biggest problem with Petty.
Yeah, that's why. It's not all the extra shit outside of that Petty's doing.
Not the
What's
fact
the
that
message?
Petty makes it seem, not the fact that Petty lied, Now, she has apologized, so I will acknowledge that. But not that she lied about Brittany J talking about somebody's deceased child. That's not a problem for her. Not the fact that Petty hopped up on a panel in the middle of bullshit to try and act like she was going to resolve some shit and then ran over to everybody else to cry victim of Brittany J. It's not the fact that she's in every live stream starting shit. It's not the fact that she has come up with a fucking DM that's fake as fuck. It's not the fact that she claimed to be blocked, but then wasn't really blocked, but then actually was blocked, but on another account. Yeah, it's none of those things, Clue. It's all because her man allegedly messaged her. Okay. Yeah, none of that would have anything to do with it.
Let's listen more.
Oh.
Yeah. Exactly. Crazy and wicked. Yeah, I think it's crazy that these people would even involve themselves in trying to like disprove it when, you know, he pretty much made it clear. I mean, at this point, he did make it very clear that he did message her.
Right. Wrong.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So she has not watched it for herself, right?
She's going what Clue says.
She's listening to what Clue just said, knowing that they've been debunked and they've been proven liars, right? And then she goes on to repeat it as fact. He did these things. Sorry, that's why you're in the fucking situation you're in. You keep repeating other people's shit as fact.
Yep.
When it's not a fact.
They're getting mad at you, right? Like, oh, okay, Clue saw it, right? So why don't you take my word that this is legit? I saw it. First of all, anyone who comes from the true crime community should not take, even if you don't come, that should not be sufficient for you. But we're supposed to believe with people who are going this far, like, oh, okay, yeah, you're verifying that you saw that. If you have, then put it out. I still don't understand why not put it out. They just want you to take the word. But this would never fly if it was in the opposite direction, though, right? If it was something that Brittany was like, no, take my word for it. I'm telling you, I saw it. They'd be outraged. They'd be telling you you're stupid.
Trust none of you heifers.
Right. They'd be like, are you kidding? So I just don't understand that.
And use me and Nunya as an example, or me, Nunya, and Deets, and I'm close with Allie and MJ and Wolfie too, but just take Nunya and Deets as an example. If I ever say anything to them, the first thing they say is, do you got proof of that?
Everyone
does. I need to see that. Yeah. If I say it in our group chat, y'all say, can you show us that? Yeah. So it's not just verify,
Trust but verify, yeah.
Well, I also think that's why Cletus was saying there's no need to debunk it. We've already told you what the truth is.
Right.
Well,
you're
sir,
a liar.
You're a liar.
You're a
So your
proven
truth,
liar.
I'm sorry, but your truth, right, is not the truth. There's more to it. There's context missing. There's something that's been twisted and turned and spinned in the Maytag washer to make it come out with the rinse and repeat of a lie. So no, when you say something, I don't believe it's the truth. I absolutely am going to question it. And again, if I do that to the people who I'm closest to, you better fucking believe I'm going to do it to you who's been proven to be a liar.
Right. You do that with it, like you said before. If I came and I said this X, Y, and Z happened, you guys would be the first one to say, okay, well, can I see it though? You know, like you wouldn't just and that's with someone you trust, but that should be like that always, you know?
Always.
He did message her.
Want it to be true.
Right.
So.
And now we know that you were all wrong about that. So
not to mention the next time he did a TikTok live, guess who was unblocked?
Right. Petty.
Right.
Also, again, another fucking lie. That's not true. Somebody else created a Petty AF account.
We made 3 of them just
and
so
they
y'all
went
know,
in
and
there.
it
We
looks
actually
exactly
made
the same.
we made multiple Petty AF accounts so that we could test it out for ourselves. I know my video was confusing and it's probably hard for you to keep up, Clue, and I get it. Maybe have Cletus watch it. He may be able to explain it to you, but I don't have much hope there either.
Like Mythbusters. We're like that show.
Absolutely. We were the real life Mythbusters that day for sure. But again, it was proven that if you are blocked, she wouldn't even be able to get back in the live stream. Oh, but Nunya, that means she was unblocked. No. Show a screen recording that she was blocked and unblocked.
Well, Clue says
Your word
that
means
recording
nothing.
Clue says that the recording that she posted, that Petty sent her, shows that she was unblocked, proves that she was unblocked. I have yet to see that. That's what you just went and looked for. That's what Deets just went and looked for. But I will say, considering this whole Petty debacle happened a little over a week ago, it would be a little about, I would say, go 2 weeks back and start there. All right,
I'm at 10 days right now. 10 days ago is where I'm looking, and I still haven't found this damn alleged screen recording that was
Did she
played.
upload a short? Has she uploaded a short yet?
Fuck if I know. Let me go look.
Stop the cat.
Nope.
Leary.
So no short yet after this live last night, her appearance on this panel.
Nope. Still no
I
short.
understand it might not be the most important thing to you to think to do right away, but come on, bro.
Yeah, it ain't. Listen, I won't be holding my breath for said short. But keep running with it,
These
Granny. They're
people thought
making
they
you
had
look
such-
great.
Yeah,
they're making you look like real credible, very great, very a woman of your word. You only speak what you know to be a fact. Like, they're doing great for you, Granny. Just keep on going. Nonsense is up there. She don't say shit because she's like, I don't care. It's not about Brittany. I don't care about it then.
It's not about hating Brittany.
Yeah.
Just solid and breaking down that those messages were fake. And now we know without a doubt that they actually were real. Makes you question everything else they've ever showed.
You know what's funny?
I
It
wonder if
makes
they'll
you
make
question everything else that we show. 9 times out of 10, what we're reviewing is live content that other people could go and watch themselves.
Yep.
So what exactly it makes you question everything that they have shown? Honestly, Granny, I question everything about you every day at this point.
Same, and it's crazy because I initially came to Granny because I felt like she was gray. I felt like she could see things from both sides, and I still feel like on some situations she can.
Sometimes she can, yeah. If it's not about Brittany, she definitely can see both sides of a situation, for sure.
But if
they're doing
anything, and
more harm than good, girl. Go ahead, Allie.
sorry, I was just going to say it's literally any opportunity to try to put all of us down now, like, and just, I don't know. I think that I don't know if it's like a subconscious thing to make yourself feel better. That I'm lucky. I'm lucky actually that Nunya spoke first when you paused, because I've been vacuuming and listening and stuff, trying to clean up the house before school's out. And I just wanted to pick up and be like, well, fuck you. What do you mean? It makes you question everything they've ever put out.
You know what I've noticed, and Brittany does this too, Granny does, everyone does this, is that when you defend them, okay, when you speak out about something that you think was done wrong, that is when they're like, hey, I really appreciate that. It's nice that you're being unbiased. Like even Melissa, even Allie said it, whatever it may be. But then when you speak out with something you do not agree with they've done, you're just a hater. Why you hated this? And it's like, well, hey, if you think I was being fair when I stuck up for you, what makes you automatically think that I'm just being a hater when I don't agree with you? So you can't pick and choose, really. I mean, I've seen this even with others outside of us. They pick and choose when you may play that person's stream. Like Jones and may pick when I play your stream, right? Because look, now you're being pretty fair. You're being nice. But then if you did a stream and you're calling it out, then it doesn't matter. Now you're just a straight up hater, and I don't appreciate that, because if you're going to take my word when I'm sticking up for you, maybe you should listen better when I'm not sticking up for you. Maybe it should pop out like, I'm not just a hater, try to be pretty fair, but maybe you're not doing the right thing, or maybe you're straight up lying. I hate when people are silent after.
I'm sorry. I was trying to get to my mute.
I was appreciating your words.
Me too. But for me, I also feel like if you stick up for them, they won't acknowledge it. Like, let me say, the comment that was said about Granny's daughter, I think that's bullshit. That's disgusting. I don't want you anywhere around me. Oh, her kid, she deserves it. But, everything you say bad will get acknowledged in my, like, that's
that
the way that I've
happens
seen
too,
it.
Allie. You're right.
Yeah.
Unavoiding, like, okay, if, let's say Brittany was playing a stream of Jones in, and inadvertently Wolfie's comment comes up defending, then she'll kind of be forced to acknowledge. And I appreciate that, you know, but you're right. For the most part, if you just make one comment calling it out versus you will not acknowledge a 10 comments prior that I've made defending you and sticking up, that's very frustrating too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's what I
I'm
get frustrated with.
I know it's going
everything
backwards, and
going
I know we still haven't even gotten to the apology part, but I'll be quick. I wanted to point out one of the things that Nonsense talks about in her clip earlier is like, this is 20, whatever, October 29th of 2022. And look at this. She was friends with you at that time. And now, interesting, right? Well, shit, in 2023, I could go back to streams where Nonsense is speaking very highly of me. And now look at how she talks about me in 2025. Like, girl, things change. People go through shit. You
Same for
see
me and
people
Queen.
in a different aspect than you did back then. What the
Yeah.
fuck are you even talking about? Like, she sounds like it's honestly, it's the tinfoil hat for me. I'm not a tinfoil hat person. I know people get down, but I feel like every time I hear her speak now, it's like aliens and fucking Sasquatch is what I hear every time.
Don't bring the aliens into this shit.
I'm
Right?
just saying,
He was
we won't go there,
disappointed
Melissa
in
J, because
that.
we'll be there for a while since we believe in different things with them. But I'm just
She's
saying.
truly disappointing, though. I will give you that. You know, like I don't understand what happened there.
All right,
I'm
you ready?
bugging about it, yeah.
I wonder if they'll make a video now apologizing for being wrong.
Just
Right,
gotta love those internet apologies.
Yeah, they never tend to happen though. I'll tell you that. They always miss that day.
She don't apologize for shit. She said the other day, she was like,
All right, she's going on to BJ. So that was it. No, you're not getting an apology because 100% that
Not
screenshot
wrong.
is fake. It's
Yeah.
fake.
Yeah. But
She may have talked to him,
ask,
but it ain't this.
I will ask, where is your apology, Granny, for running with what Clue had just said without any actual fact to it and saying that, like, basically we lied, or saying that, like, our science experiment was completely wrong? Since when do we question rocket scientists, Granny? I've never seen such a thing.
Oh,
But
my
I'll be
God.
waiting next to in my white coat with my beaker for your apology. But I will not be holding my breath.
Did y'all hear? Did y'all watch this whole live stream? Because at one point they called out Laura, saying that she's the John Crimes. Apparently,
Oh, right.
John Crimes went in her back. I don't know. I can't remember what it was, but they
It
said
was
something.
it was in the comments, and it's a troll account that's been everywhere. I know that
Yes, that's what I wanted to clarify.
there's a
Yeah.
debate and debacle on who's behind that account. I know a lot of people are convinced one way, and a lot of people are like, yeah, maybe this way. I won't go into that stuff, but yeah, no, that account has been everywhere, along with other accounts with other names. They, as soon as one gets blocked, they came in on the next truck. They did it yesterday too. Came in on one troll account, that one got blocked. Came in on another troll account, and they were just going at Lindsay at that point in time. But
And
yeah,
they did it too, so.
Jonesy, can I say, I just want to say like two things real quick. First, thank you so much for doing this because, like I said, I tried to address it in a post. It gets no reach, and I'm always happy to give, you know, what I remember. It's been a long time, and I think together we, with the chat and other people, Melissa, and, you know, we can figure things out. But I just want to say thank you for doing this and giving me a place to respond. And also, I want to say, about Nanya, you know, saying how Nonsense was like saying, you know, a long time ago you felt this way and now you feel this way. I just want to like say to everyone, like her and the chat, think about it though. That's a lot of things have happened. There's a reason why, you know what I mean? And things have went back and forth and crazy and they've made up and they've gone back. Both of them are guilty of it though. It's not just one-sided, but there's a reason why things have changed like that. Like you got to think into it like that. And both, like I said, both of them have played their roles and that's just that.
That was my whole point. And of course, y'all are always welcome to come up here. I was going to do a live stream anyways, just because I heard some points that I just didn't understand how you can point one thing out about somebody while you've done it too. And that just, To me, that drives me nuts. I know to them that makes me a Britney simp. Call me what you will. The fact is, you don't want to show the history of both because you will look just as bad as you're trying to make Britney look. That's it.
Honestly, I gotta say, that's what I was gonna say. One last thing. Although it has been back and forth, you know, it hasn't been completely equal. There have been some really nasty things said about Brittany has complained about things said about her kids and stuff for years because it's just the truth. If you don't like it, if you don't like her, I'm sorry, but you have to accept that for years there have been really nasty things said about them. It's gross and it's unfair. She says it because it's true. That's why it's been going on for that long, you know, and that's all.
I agree.
Okay.
Well,
Have
a great rest of your day.
Yeah, have a good day. Bye.
Y'all just disappearing.
I know. Well, I'm going to tell you bye. So have a good day. Well, I'll talk to you in a little bit. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Thank y'all for being here. Listen, I know we don't have every single detail from beginning to end. We're not even pretending to. If somebody, a neutral party wants to, you know, take the time and do all that digging and get all of the clips and put them together in a timeline or screenshots or whatever, then cool. I just thought it very unfair that the panel yesterday was focusing on Britney's bad actions while they have their own. And I definitely wanted to make sure I addressed, thank you, Gigi. Welcome to the Hippie Hut. I also wanted to make sure I addressed what Nonsense said to Chasen the other day when she said, well, we haven't seen or heard Clue say anything like that since. No, we haven't. You're right. All we've heard is her stand on it. And that's enough for me. So stop fucking worrying about why I'm covering a racist. Thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I will catch y'all on the flip side.